It says stop recording.
No, it is recording.
But at first it said stop.
That's because the mouse is over the thing. See?
Oh, we'll see. Okay. Well, hello everybody. Bonsai Movie Crew. Hello this week with Matt and
Joseph. Karen.
I'm not very good at like.
You did great with the bonus episode.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. I feel it. It's gonna be really
okay.
Good.
So this week we watched the new movie, and it was the Weird Al. It was Weird the Al Yankovic story.
Yankovic.
It was okay. Then we go to news. So.
You're up, Joseph.
I'm telling you, this is gonna be priceless, man.
I'm not good with this hosting stuff. Man.
Alrighty, let's get into some news. That's gonna be good. I'm loving it.
I can't breathe.
I'm loving it, man. All right, so I got a little bit of news for you here this week.
Did your part?
I actually did I did it while I was sitting on the shitter today. So went through some news stuff. That's about the only time I get to like actually.
Now I believe you've been very busy this week.
Yeah. All right, so so I don't know if you guys know that there's a Wicked. They're making Wicked movies. The Wicked.
Really?
Yeah. So I think they're doing two.
Wicked the Oz thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I guess they nabbed Jeff Goldblum to play the Wizard of Oz.
I love it.
I'm digging it too. I kind of like that casting choice.
I love him.
Yeah, I love Jeff Goldblum. I'm all about that. So there you go. There's that. I don't really know too much of the details on the movie.
That's all that we need to know, really.
Yeah. That Jeff Goldblum's in it.
I haven't seen him in anything recently.
He was just in that new Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, and he was doing a lot of TV stuff there for a while. And
yeah, he was doing.
and stuff,
well, he also had that show on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called though.
I don't remember either. Doesn't matter. All right, then we've got a little bit of so they're making a Twister sequel.
Yeah, I see
called
that.
Twisters.
Really?
I'm not.
Looks like.
Without Bill Paxton?
Yeah, they're doing it without. I mean, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why?
I'm not really too sure of what the.
What about Helen Hunt? Is she gonna be?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, you can't really do that. Game over. Don't make another one.
Yeah, that's kind of like it's like one of them sequels that you just shouldn't fuck with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
look what happened with Hocus Pocus too. Just stop.
Yeah.
It's a movie about a Twister.
Well, you don't have to keep fucking with the stuff. Like, find something else, please, for the love of God.
Well, you're gonna love this then. So they're doing a Naked Gun reboot.
Naked Gun. Is that the one with
Leslie Nielsen?
Oh, they're gonna remake that?
Yeah. Only check this out. It's gonna star Liam Neeson.
Awesome.
Okay, now that's 50-50.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like in that boat of like. Okay.
I don't know though, because like he's so serious. No. Have you seen High Spirits? Never mind.
Have you seen what's the name of the movie? A Million Ways to Die in the West or whatever.
No. Yes. But
He's done comedic roles.
Yeah, the first movie I ever saw him in was High Spirits, and that was a comedic role. So never mind.
Or whenever he played a parody of himself in Ted.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson. Wait, who is he?
He's the action star from the Taken movies.
I don't know.
Okay, that's who I thought it was. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
But no, okay, who's the guy who's originally in Naked Gun then?
Oh, Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah. He's dead, right?
He's passed away, yeah. He's passed away.
You know, like, he used to do, when he would do interviews, he would take, like, a fart machine on set.
No.
And he would, like, randomly set it off.
Did you know he got his start doing soap operas?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
If you find like some of his interviews, it's hilarious because he'll have it like, and he'll be like setting it off nonchalantly, and you can tell that the interviewer is like, like trying to like, they don't know how to like say like, are you okay? He won't even like acknowledge it, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, who? Does somebody have a problem?
I like the comedians that no matter what they do, they have to have comedy with them.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
So there's some new movie trailers out. There's a movie trailer out for The Whale. which we've all been talking about here lately.
Yes.
That was a very small trailer.
It was a very short trailer.
It's a teaser. It was a teaser trailer.
Yeah, but it does. I mean,
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna
definitely
cry.
Watch it. Yeah, I don't want to cry though.
I don't want to cry. I never watch movies that are gonna make me cry, but I'm gonna have to watch that one.
So
I don't know.
we've mentioned
Like,
Brendan
only
Fraser on this goddamn podcast for the past like 5 episodes.
We might as well call like the Bonsai Movie Crew.
with Brendan Fraser. He's here in spirit.
No, like the Bonsai Movie Crew Brendan Fraser fan club.
Next week, the Mummy.
And just in case you're out there, Brendan Fraser, and you want to do a,
Yeah, you want to get in on,
Collaboration.
you want to jump
we're
in
up
on our
for it. You wanna
podcast.
come in and
We're all about
be
having
our
you on,
first
bud.
We'll
guest.
do an entire like
He'll never hear this, but we're okay with
yeah,
it.
we would do like an entire your entire catalog.
I like to
just
think that he's
straight-
every download that we have.
probably.
He listens to every episode multiple times.
That's why we have him in different countries.
Yeah.
It's wherever he's at the time.
Exactly.
He's listening.
Yeah,
to
he's
it.
listening to it. And then there's oh crap, there's some other trailers out. Hold on. So there's a trailer out for let's sing a little bit. Come on, man. Don't let it get boring. I don't remember. I don't know. There's other trailers. I can't remember.
There's other
what
trailers.
they are. I really can't. I can't remember.
There
I
was
seen the
something I
trailer
was
for
going to bring
Troll-
up.
I
that-
seen the trailer for Troll.
Yeah,
The
Troll.
new Troll movie.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a Netflix flick.
Here, I'll just do this. God damn it! I usually do a snapshot of them or something, and so that I know. Oh yeah, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. There's a new trailer out for that. Check
Didn't they
that
just
out.
make a Pinocchio movie?
Yeah, but this one's all stop motion. So
Eh.
and it's Guillermo del Toro. So,
Yeah, I know. I get the appeal.
It's another story that's been done to death.
Yeah, that's kind of just where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm kind of, but it's Guillermo del Toro, which I'm okay with.
Again,
but-
I get the appeal. I'm just kind of meh.
right. I understand. I don't blame you guys. I'm kind of burnt out on it too.
Dude, like, me and Milo were talking yesterday.
The
and
coolest
we're talking,
thing I saw that had to do with the with the Pinocchio was somebody posted a picture of the fish from the first one, and then the fish from the new one.
Yeah.
And it said the only reason I watched the new Pinocchio was because I had to see if the fish was still hot, and she is, and it cracked me the fuck up.
It
was
is weird that
it was
there
very
are some
funny.
people out there with a fetish for that fish.
But the fish was actually hot.
I don't-
Like when you look at it, you're like,
Didn't
oh,
he
the
get
fish
swallowed
actually is
by-
kind of hot. I mean, like I'm not into fish, but I was like,
Okay, Karen, you're getting a little weird.
I
now.
don't
What? It's
understand
funny.
the whole-
She's
I don't
over here
understand
crushing
the
on
whole
a fish.
hot
it's
fish
fucking
thing.
funny.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't understand the whole. But we're talking about how Hollywood just seems to be taking a dump on a lot of stuff, and the indie scene with movies tends to be doing really good right now.
Yeah, there's a movie trailer out for a movie called Spirited. It's got Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell in it. Check that out. It's a Christmas movie. It does not look terrible. It's a musical also, if you're into that stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I won't check it out because it has Will Ferrell in it.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, you can't just write off an entire movie over
Because of
one person.
Says who?
There's been that I would miss out on so many good movies if I did that.
I can do what I want.
I mean, you can, but you're selling yourself short.
That's about all I have this week in the way of movie trailers. There aren't really a lot. There's not really a lot going on right now in that field.
It'll start to heat up most likely during December and stuff, because that's when the movies start coming out because it's winter.
Yeah, well, then you're gonna start getting closer to movie season and stuff like that.
I was trying to find it, but there was this meme I saw that was talking about that Megan robot,
Yeah,
and it had one of the Olsen twins right next to her, and it was like, is anybody else seeing this? And it was really funny to me.
I know that people are getting a little weirded out by that whole dance number.
I'm telling you, that was the
But
creepiest
if
fucking
you guys
part.
don't know, the girl who plays Megan is actually a grown-ass woman, so just
That doesn't make it any less creepy.
it doesn't make it any less creepy. But for those of you fucking weirdos out there that are like, that doll's kind of hot, just so you know, she is a grown woman.
I think it's.
I still think that's
There's a lot of fucking
Fuck.
creepers out there that think that way, though.
okay.
just
So
saying,
it's about a doll.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's not
an AI doll.
It's an AI doll.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's basically Chucky again.
Dude, you should watch the trailer. Just watch the trailer.
You haven't seen the trailer yet?
Don't
check the trailer out.
Don't simplify it like that. Watch the trailer and then make up your own mind.
Yeah. Don't simplify, because I wouldn't say it's more. I would say it's more in the vein of like, the Orphan. You know, that's kind of what it gave me the vibe.
I mean, I was kind of going with like AI meets the Orphan.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. That's
because you can't really call it like a doll necessarily.
What's that one movie
it's
called?
So much more than a doll.
With Haley Joel Osment.
That's AI.
AI, yeah. AI meets the Orphan. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'd say something more like that.
Yeah, it's like something. Yeah, just watch the trailer. You're oversimplifying it by saying it's Chucky.
Yeah,
I promise.
Yeah,
I promise.
All right, that's all I got for news this week.
Oh. Me again. What have
it's me again.
What have we been watching? Well, I'll start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me.
If you want to do it that way, that's fine.
It's his show this week,
is?
man.
Yeah, you're right.
It's about me.
Wow.
Want to talk about me?
Well,
that's the only country song I know.
I haven't really been watching anything. I started Burn Notice again, and I'm on the last 2 episodes of Modern Family.
That's probably my fault.
Jeffrey Donovan get you into that?
Yeah, that's probably my fault.
Man, I missed that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could rewatch Burn Notice. I really like that show.
I'm sorry.
I was thinking the other night, I was like, I'm almost done with Modern Family. I need to start another show. And I was like, you know what? I'll watch Burn Notice again because I like Jeffrey Donovan, and I like the girl who plays Fiona. And then Bruce Campbell.
Fucking Bruce Campbell. He's the best part of that
That's
show.
the only reason I tried Mojitos was because I watched a few episodes of that show and I was like, that looks delicious.
It's just like
that looks delicious.
It was actually. They're really good.
And then it just I remember Burn Notice. It was good. It has the action in it. And yeah, I like the actors and stuff. So yeah, I was like, I want to just watch Burn Notice again.
It's all about him trying to get back into the CIA
I think it was just a spy.
He's a spy. He was trying to get back in, and every season you're like, it's not going to happen.
Well, there's even one season where he finds out who it is. Like, he ends up going back in for a little bit. But,
Don't give it away. I haven't seen it all.
Because you're totally going to spend your time on watching it.
Yeah, probably
I'll probably never rewatch the series, even though I would like to.
Well, like I said, it's a good show, and I like the people that are in it. Fiona, the girl who plays Fiona, which I don't think I've really ever seen her in much of anything else.
I don't think I have either.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I've been watching. I haven't really watched any movies this week. I kind of have the times change really kind of mess with me.
Oh yeah, fuck me. Fuck me all up, man.
Yeah, because anymore, like I got my tattoo done Thursday of last week, and the only way it really feels good and it don't hurt as much as if I'm laying down. And since it's getting dark earlier, I've been passing out. So
that's what I feel like.
What time is it? Midnight?
I feel like doing.
Nope, it's 5 o'clock. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll be laying down, paying attention to something because I had to lay down because it makes my stomach to where it don't hurt, and then I end up passing out, and I'm like, I wake up like an hour or two later, and I'm like, what the heck? So I keep trying to find little things to do to keep my hands going, but it's not really much of watching videos or anything.
Right.
But okay, well that was with me. And Joseph, what have you been watching?
I haven't really been watching anything. I've been so busy this week. Last night I did check out. Like I said, every day I check out or I watch an episode of It's Always Sunny with dinner or whatever with the kids and the wife. But last night I checked out this little mini 3-episode docu-series or whatever about it's called Killer Sally, I think. It's on Netflix. It's about a bodybuilder lady who killed her bodybuilder husband.
Yeah, I did see something about that.
I think I heard a little bit about that way back.
So we watched the first episode. Well, I watched the first episode. Crystal fell asleep.
Isn't that kind of sad that our world is so obsessed with serial killers?
Well,
like
not necessarily.
I just like true crime stuff.
Yeah, that's what
not necessarily because I mean, if as long as you're, I think like from my perspective, I want to know more so that like you don't see it happening.
Yeah.
My thing is,
I don't mean serial killers. I mean, our world is really obsessed right now with true crime.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like women especially are obsessed with true crime, and I think that Netflix is smart and they're killing it by doing this, by doing these little true crime mini series that they keep doing. Dude, I bet that's like, and I'm sure they're not expensive to do.
You know, kind of going back to news, did you see that they're going to release a second season of The Watcher?
Why?
It's probably just going to be another
because
story.
because it was a hit, so they're just going to keep
fucking
fucking going.
It wasn't that fucking good.
Dude, look, I'm telling you, I was not thrilled with the news either, but I just thought
I'll be honest with you, I probably won't watch it.
I won't either.
I don't think I could watch it.
Or if I do, it's just because I want to see the
first one
wreck.
was mediocre at best.
It started out good.
It did. It started out strong.
How do you end it?
Yeah, I
and
understand that.
How do you keep it going?
But how do you keep it going?
I don't fucking know. But they're gonna bleed it dry.
I don't. Whatever.
And the thing is that they cancel so many other series that are really fucking
that are
good,
really good. Yeah.
But they're gonna keep this one going.
Like tell me this: why the fuck did they cancel The Watchmen and Lovecraft Country? Those fucking shows were amazing.
Mainly because if you're talking about the movie Watchmen, that sucked.
No, the show that was on HBO.
I didn't watch Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country was awesome, dude. I fucking loved that show. And they canceled it after one goddamn season.
I wanted to, but I kept hearing different reviews. Like, it was good, it was bad, it was good,
I think a lot of people were a little confused by it. They didn't fully understand it.
That reminds me, you know how I told you, like, a couple weeks ago I was watching that Glade show?
Yeah.
Well, I finished the Glade show, and I'm not happy with it. Because the main character gets shot at the end, and I was like, okay, well, when's season 5 coming out? When's season 5 coming out? Never.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling us
I hate
about
that shit.
Oh,
dude.
did I say something about
yeah.
And it, well, okay, good. You told us what season 5 and stuff was going to be about, and that the guy lived.
Because they canceled it after they had filmed it. Like, they didn't know that it was going to get canceled.
And it's nice that you told us what season 5 was, and I was happy that you told us that the guy lived. But, you know, it sucks. Why'd you tell us what season 5 was going to be about? Because I think the kind of thing when they do that, it's always like, oh, what kind of happened, you know? But now, no, they found them. Or, you know, it kind of sucks because you're like, oh, that's what it could have been. It would have been good, you know? And I hate it when they do that, too. Because they did the same thing with My Name is Earl.
Yeah.
Oh, you
that was
find
a really
out
good
Dodge
show,
is
too.
Earl's dad, and Crabman isn't.
They do that with
Earl
all of that
Jr.'s
guys.
dad.
All of that guys' shows like Raising Hope and My Name is Earl. Like, both of those shows were amazing.
Well, Raising Hope also kind of ran to where it was getting kind of dull.
Shut your fucking mouth.
I liked Raising Hope too, but it got to a point where
Raising Hope. I know she was getting older, and the premise was kind of
it got to the point where him and
I just loved it that what's her
Sabrina or
face
whoever
from the
together.
Goonies was in it as the mom.
Virginia.
Mom.
Virginia.
Yeah, and she was awesome.
She was amazing. Her and Bert were my
Yeah.
favorites.
Oh yeah, dude, I love
Bert
him as
was
an actor.
awesome.
I love him.
I watched Raising Hope, and that's when I started seeing him everywhere.
Oh,
like
yeah,
he's in our episode of Burn
Notice.
Yeah, and he plays a good bad guy.
Yeah, he does,
he's
yeah.
amazing. But yeah, no, he was in the remake of Last House on the Left. That's where I first saw him.
Yeah, he was a bad guy.
He was the bad guy.
He was the bad
He was
guy
the
in
bad
that.
guy.
I don't like a lot of movies with rape scenes. So
Oh yeah. He's not a nice man.
No, he's not nice in that, but he is awesome in other stuff.
Yeah,
he was awesome in Looper, and he had a very small role in that.
Yeah, you know how weird that was for me when I first seen Raising Hope, and I was like, oh no, you're nice. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, like,
oh, it's okay.
he's not gonna rape the mom, is he?
Yeah, that was like one of the first movies that, like, I think because I was into Raising Hope, it's one of those things where you see a star somewhere.
We still make jokes about that, like when we see like a really gothed out person that got a commercial or whatever. Jeremiah be like, "Look, Dragar Noir."
It's funny because when you also watch both of them, you see the crossovers between My Name is Earl.
Oh yeah.
And because even isn't like Raising Hope.
Yeah, they bring
place in like the other county.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you see some of the same characters. Yeah.
And actually, there's a part I noticed in My Name is Earl where they go to Earl goes to a halfway house to get his friend from jail, and it's the house that they used in Raising Hope.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's pretty cool. But the other thing is Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Yeah.
They're expanding that, and it'll be every season. It'll be a new.
I was gonna say they were kind of looked like they were opening it up to like they could do a John Wayne Gacy thing.
Yeah, they're gonna do different.
Okay,
that's not surprising.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
but I mean, again, like
getting burnt out on it,
dude. Like,
yeah.
Picks. I just okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. I meant to tell you that at news time, but I forgot about it.
All right, yeah, that's all I've been watching anyway.
Okay, Karen.
I don't really have much either. I watched a lot of Reno 911 actually because I was trying.
That's a good way to kill some time.
I was trying to get caught up because I knew
fucking love Reno 911.
I know, like it's one of my favorite series ever, and like the last time I saw it was on Comedy Central, right?
Yeah.
And then I knew they brought it back when Quibi was a thing, and then I knew that there was a new series that they had on Roku.
Is it Roku?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was Roku or not.
And I had never watched either one. Well, after we got done watching Weird Al, I was like, well, I'm already here. So
yeah,
I went on, so found the Quibi series because they have that on there now. And so I watched the whole Quibi series, and then I watched the whole Roku series, and then I'm like, oh, wait, they have another movie,
It's funny because
too.
the guy who plays the chief or whatever he is, he's also
Lieutenant Dangle.
He was the
accordion
salesman.
Yeah.
Or as they call it in the movie, and I really like it because it's actually called a squeeze box.
Oh.
But I like the devil's squeeze box.
The devil's squeeze box.
Yeah, but I watched I got caught up on all the seasons, and then I watched they had another movie that I wasn't aware of. It was called The Search for Kanan. QAnon. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's like a recent one.
Yeah, it was pretty recent, and I watched that, and fucking hilarious, dude. I don't think my stomach hurt so bad. But that's it. That's all I did. I just got caught up on Reno. That's all I did.
I've watched it before, but I was never a huge fan of Reno.
Oh, I fucking loved
it.
Reno.
It was great. Some of the cameos and stuff were the best part. It's so funny because
the thing was they weren't cameos. That's what they did. That's where a lot of them got their start. Keegan Michael Key.
Yeah.
Nick Swartzen was Maine.
I'm sorry, Terry was hilarious.
Terry was
the guy who plays Weird Al's dad was in Reno 911 a lot. Yeah, he was in.
Mike. Yeah. Mike. He was in the new series. Yeah. The new ones. And
it's funny because I see him places. And I'm like,
did you ever
he plays a lot of dramatic roles.
Did you ever see the background, like before like the prequel to the characters? Mike was the chief of police, and before that he was the mayor. So then he was the sheriff. So he was all their boss, and then Trudy was hot. And Lieutenant Dangle was her like lover. They were having an affair because he was married to the woman that he was married to or whatever. But Trudy was hot, and like, yeah, it was all a thing. And then something happened. I can't remember, like an explosion or something. That's why they're all fucked up now.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was an explosion, and that's why Trudy's an idiot. And Dangle went gay because Trudy was an idiot now or whatever, and like it was freaking hilarious. It's funny as shit.
That's a great origin
and that's
story.
why Mike's like a heroin guy now because it fucked with his brain or something, and like it's hilarious. But yeah, I got caught up on Reno. That's what I did with my time.
Okay, and then we're intro to the movie. Yes. Like I said, this week we watched Weird, the Al Yankovic story, and basically, like we just go with what we would watch it again and stuff.
She's got to give the plot synopsis first.
Yeah. Okay, so this movie came in at 1 hour and 48 minutes. Stars, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the Diedrich Bader was the narrator.
Yeah,
of course, Daniel Radcliffe was Weird Al.
The voice was familiar, but I love the fact that it was supposed to be Weird Al telling the story, and it wasn't.
Of course, Rachel Wood was Madonna, and Rainn Wilson, Dr. Demento. Directed by Eric Apple and written by Weird Al and Eric Apple.
There were a lot of people in the movie that were like big names.
There were a lot of cameos.
Yeah, and
Conan was in there as fucking.
That was I like. At first time I was like, "Is that Conan?" And then the second time I was like, "That's Conan."
Yeah.
Was it Conan?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell who it was.
It was Andy as Andy Warhol.
Yeah. So the synopsis is charting the rise of one of America's greatest musical comedians, Weird the Al Yankovic story chronicles this man's remarkable life and holds nothing back from starting out as a musical prodigy musical prodigy to becoming the best-known pop parody artist ever. Weird Al's ascent to fame is scattered with wacky and wild encounters with celebrities. This biopic is much more than a playback of Al's greatest hits. It's the weirdest story of all.
I gotta say, the narrator voice I thought was great because it was like also in the beginning of the movie. I liked on the Roku if you watch it. Weird Al comes in and tells you it's a completely true story.
Yeah, he does. This is completely true.
I mean,
Nothing about it is made up.
Of course.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
no, I like that.
His whole career has been nothing but parody.
Yeah.
You think this movie is going to be any different?
I thought maybe it was going to be. I thought maybe it was going to have a lot more of true than it actually did.
No.
I actually thought it was going to have a lot less true than it actually did.
No,
because there were certain points in the movie that were actually true.
Yeah.
But
the first recording of one of his first songs, which was in a bathroom. Was in a bathroom.
Yeah.
My Bologna.
Yeah. But I knew that it wasn't. It was.
Well,
I mean, it's going to play off every trope that has ever been in a biopic ever.
Yeah,
that is what he's going to do.
But
are we supposed to do, or would we recommend?
I'm following his lead, man.
Oh.
He's hosting.
I love this movie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I would watch it over and over again.
I knew
I
knew that was gonna be your answer.
If you don't know who Weird Al is, I would still tell you to watch it. This movie, I feel, I can't say.
He's over here geeking out, man.
This movie is so good, dude. I love Weird Al.
I know you do.
And I love the movie. I thought it was great.
So that's a strong recommend from that, then.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I don't even watch it once. Watch it more than once. Watch it over and over and over again. I don't even care if you know who Weird Al is.
I kind of think you have to know to get the joke.
Maybe a little bit, yeah. I think you do a little bit. But who doesn't know?
You don't have to know like intricate detail, but you gotta know a little bit.
Yeah. I think most people know who he is, though.
I would hope.
I can't help every time they did a song, I was singing along though.
Yeah.
Because I know like most of the Weird Al songs, and it's funny because two of my favorite songs by him are original songs that he wrote. They are not spin-offs of any other song.
Yeah.
But I love this movie. I thought it was great. That's all I gotta say. Like one of the people I would like to, before you know how people say like, oh, I'd like to go see this band before they die. Weird Al is one of those for me. And I've seen that his shows are great because he does costume changes and everything.
Right.
Okay, who's next? What do you think? What did you think, Joseph?
Oh.
If you say anything stupid, you're going to get punched.
You can't do that.
Hey, that's what this show is all about, our own personal opinions. Right. I kind of want to shit on the movie now just because of that comment.
If it's a bad opinion, then it don't matter.
Okay. I actually enjoyed the movie, and I would recommend it, and I would watch it again. Because the movie was actually really funny.
It was.
And
a great movie.
I gotta say, in a time whenever like the movies, all these biopics about these musicians and everything, they just keep cranking them out, and half of them aren't even true. Like half the crap is embellished or exaggerated, and I think that...
And that's what Weird Al did.
He goes in... What?
So was this one.
That's exactly what I'm about to say. But he goes into it knowingly...
He was doing it on purpose.
He was doing this on purpose as a parody of those sorts of movies.
Exactly.
And I love that because I'm like, here he is again. He's not only parodying... He not only spent his whole career parodying music, but now he's parodying...
His life.
No, not his life, but like other people's biopics.
He's parodying the very fact that these people are making themselves larger than life.
Yeah, they're making themselves look big and like, we have feelings.
Like, oh, this is my life's been so fucking hard.
Yeah, whereas he's making it look like his life was actually pretty great, but he still felt like he had it hard.
No, his life was hard. Did you see how his dad was to him? What a fucking asshole.
And his dad, I felt sorry for the accordion salesman.
Oh
Poor fella.
Oh, God.
He's on there. He's down on the ground. I have a collapsed lung. He's like coughing up blood.
And the mom's like, the one part where the mom's like, we're trying to talk.
Yeah. Don't be rude. We're trying to have a conversation. So I would I would recommend this movie. I think that the movie definitely is worth a watch, and I would definitely watch it again. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Karen?
I would recommend, and I would watch again. Maybe not right away, because I just watched it. But
right.
That's it.
I figure we're going to talk about it now.
Oh, okay, yeah. But well, the first things, because like I have an order I like to go in from like the beginning to the end of the movie.
Hey, you do you, man.
Yeah, and I like I said, I think the fact that Weird Al came in and made it sound like he was trying to be serious, and then the narrating voice, which was supposed to be him, but was not.
Definitely not Weird Al.
You know, and then also I think it's funny when the dad's talking to the kid and he's talking about the factory and it's like, oh yeah, that guy died there. You want to work there this summer?
You know,
and he's like 9. He's like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to come work at the factory. He's like, but Dad,
he even works at the factory and he still has no idea what they make.
Yeah.
I have to say my favorite part actually was the end when he was assassinated. That was hilarious.
That's the best part. Was like, oh, I even wrote this down. He says, was I a parody singer, an original singer, or the most dangerous assassin in the world? And I was just like, dude, what? How do you compare? I mean, you're obviously a dangerous
Before that,
assassin.
it was the diner scene.
Yeah.
But then,
whenever it broke out into the diner scene, and I was like, oh, we're going there.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this just got more fun.
Because okay, well, first of all, accordion, devil squeeze box, love that that line.
Yeah.
And then I did he did sing his first song, was recorded in the bathroom. Great cameo by him and everybody else who was in it. I did the
him playing the record exec was awesome, because that part whenever Will Forte like starts throwing shade on the dude,
he's like,
you are an ugly person and you are bad at what you do. You are just a bad, ugly person. And like the actual Weird Al was like, well, hey, wait a minute. You know, like,
but can I just say, like, Weird Al normal looking, he looks even weirder though.
Oh, yeah,
like he doesn't
sure.
look right at all.
Yeah, keep the long, shaggy hair, dude.
Yeah, like, I just didn't think that looked right at all.
But the pool party scene was awesome.
Yeah. All the parodies and stuff. Actually, the dude who played Pee Wee Herman is one of the guys from Lonely Island.
I actually had that written
down. And I
guess
he was like super excited to be able to play Pee Wee.
And he did a great Pee Wee.
He was waiting. I guess he had perfected his Pee Wee Herman thing. Mm-hmm. So they called him up and like, hey, do you want to play Pee Wee? He even flew over to be in the movie on his own dime. He's like, yeah I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if Weird Al asked me to be in a movie, I'd be like, heck yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I just gotta say, the girl who was supposed to be Elvira at the pool scene looked nothing like Elvira.
Yeah, I agree. She was probably the worst.
There were a couple, but whenever Jack Black comes in, I'm like, dude,
I love him.
Okay, I feel like I'm stupid because was Jack Black supposed to be Jack Nicholson?
No, not Jack Nicholson. He was who the fuck was that? He was
Because I don't know who
Jack Black.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be. It
was like Jack the Wolfman or something.
Yeah,
like
Wolfman Jack.
Yeah,
but I don't know who that is.
Isn't he like? Oh fuck! Jeremiah told me.
He's
and
some
I don't
kind of fucking personality.
He's like a radio guy or some shit.
Yeah, because I said Wolfman Jack, and I was kind of confused because I was like,
I didn't know who he was
like
either.
No,
I didn't know who he was either.
I just love it that the one dude comes in and he's like, I'm so and so. They're like, who? He's like, the bassist for Queen. They're like, oh,
that was funny. One of my favorite parts was actually at the very beginning when the mom's like, just stop being who you are and doing the things you love.
Yeah,
like that.
We're just gonna need you to stop being who you are and doing the things you love.
The wide shirt from the side of the bed. I laughed.
Yeah,
like, oh my
she just kind of like frowned and like, oh no. She was very back and forth too because she like says you're not allowed to do this, but then she buys him the accordion.
Yeah, and like right before she buys it for him, the salesman's like telling him he's gonna need a lifeguard because he'll be drowning in pussy.
He doesn't. I think it's funny that he doesn't even get the word out.
I will say though, Evan Rachel Wood as Madonna,
Perfect.
fucking perfect.
She nailed it. She even sounded like her.
She sounded like her, had her same mannerisms, danced like her, all that shit.
Everything. She
and I love
it.
Evan Rachel Wood. She was in Across the Universe. She was in Westworld, and she's a great actress. And she was actually there's a lot of controversy around her with Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Because he.
Oh,
tried
is that the girl? It was?
Yeah. But yeah, dude, hers. I wonder if Madonna's a little offended.
No.
I wanted to look it up and I didn't. I didn't know if she was offended at all. Or...
No. Madonna and Weird Al have always had a great relationship.
I figured they did, but I didn't know that.
Dude, I'm sorry, but if I was friends with Weird Al and he made fun of me,
but it's Madonna, dude.
Care.
You never fucking know, man. Some of them fucking stars out there are pretty pretentious.
The weird thing about Madonna is that, like, he's right. You never fucking know with her because, like, on one hand, she seems cool as shit, but then on the other hand, she does shit that you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I don't think she seems cool at all. I've never really liked Madonna. But
I love her music.
I love
her music.
The 80s and 90s, like.
But like her as a person, I'm not so sure about.
I like the
especially
fact also
lately.
that they had.
She's getting really weird.
I like the fact that when he won the Golden Globe and that Coolio was pissed.
Oh yeah,
because Coolio actually said, because Weird Al.
I even wrote that down. Mad Coolio in the audience, hilarious.
Yeah, Coolio.
He was like one of the only. Him and Prince were the only ones that were ever.
Prince.
Yeah,
I didn't know
that was another reference. I think I don't remember if I put that in trivia.
Oh well, he got mad and left because of the accordion part.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like I think that I put that in trivia, but there's the Prince was a reference to the fact that Prince never would let him parody. And
I didn't know that.
Weird Al's big on getting permission. The only reason he did the Coolio one was.
From what I've heard about that one is Coolio. Basically, what I seen is that they asked Coolio about his opinion of the song, and he said that he told them that they couldn't do it, and they did it anyways. But Weird Al even says, I was told that Coolio said it was okay.
Correct. And that is apparently the record label allowed or told his record label that they had permission from Coolio because of that, that bump that they were talking about in the movie. Yeah. It's a real thing.
Yeah. I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure that, there were photo shoots with the two of them together and him parodying.
Yeah. But Coolio wasn't okay with it.
But I'm sure that in the end, though, he didn't blame Weird Al for it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah, he was pissy about it.
Was he?
Yeah.
But
no, Weird Al likes to get permission.
Yeah,
so he never parodied anything from Prince because Prince would never give him permission.
I don't know if he wanted to parody my shit. Like, yeah, have at it, dude.
Sure.
Yeah, go to town.
There was a thing where I saw, and it was talking to Flea of Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he said he saw Yabba Dabba Doo now from the song but he didn't really care for it. He just didn't like the song. But also the part where Daniel Radcliffe did the acid or the LSD, and he popped out of the egg. Daniel Radcliffe is ripped.
Dude. Yeah.
I didn't realize how strong he was.
Now you know why I have a thing.
It's weird, Karen.
No, it's not.
I know it's not weird.
Remember, don't try to give me a complex again. I've made my peace.
It's okay, man. Like the whole time I'm like watching like Evan Rachel Wood as Madonna. I'm like, you just taking me back to whenever Madonna was like really hot.
She was hot back
because
then.
Evan Rachel Wood is a very attractive girl.
She is,
and like
she just fucking nailed it as Madonna.
Oh yeah, she killed it, dude.
Every time
she was the best. I hate to say it, but she was like one of the best parts of the movie, even though she was like supposed to be the worst part of the movie.
I know, but every time she was on screen,
awesome. You're like, dude, she's killing it as Madonna.
Well, the two of them together was hilarious. Like every time she was on screen, I was just like,
right? Yeah.
Is that no?
Like you want to think it's Madonna because she's doing like her mannerisms and everything.
Yeah, and I love when they were talking about being soulmates. The happiest 6 hours of my life.
Yeah, you thought it meant like days or weeks.
The way that they did the movie, you think it might be weeks later or something. You're like, oh wow,
this has been the happiest 6 hours of my life.
Wow.
The fight we're talking about the diner fight. I love that fight. I thought it was awesome. El Chupo he was just funny.
Oh my god, dude! Like that killed me. Like the diner thing, like because that was up until the end. Because like that killed it for me.
Because I mean, let's face it. Up until that point, the movie was kind of getting.
It was
to
following
that point.
that normal.
It was following that shit, and then you were like, all right, are we gonna fall into this whole like sort of walk the line type of thing with him and Madonna, and then I don't know where she just gets kidnapped. You're like. Oh, and then he just starts beating the shit out of these guys. They're like, oh, this has got more fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I mean, I was okay.
That they put action in.
Yeah. I was okay if it followed that trope because that's the formula, right?
Right.
And that's what he was going for.
And he was trying to parody that.
Yeah, he was parodying that formula. So if we stuck with that, I was going to be okay with it.
But it kind of reminded me
that left turn into
it reminded me of like one of his songs where like you're thinking that he's just going to follow along with this song and just fill in some words. But then he like takes a hard left on you halfway through the song. You're like, what the fuck?
Well, and then what really killed me is like after she gets fucking kidnapped and he goes into the jungle and he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt that's camouflage.
Yeah.
What? What?
You know, the other thing I thought was funny is that "Eat It" was an original song.
Oh, dude, I wrote that down too. I said, "Eat It" came first.
I wish Michael Jackson was alive for this because he'd probably be like, "What the hell?"
And he gets so mad, he's like beating the phone.
Yeah, and because what would be funny is if Michael Jackson was alive, he would love that.
Oh yeah,
he'd be all about that.
Yeah, he would laugh about it.
And the sad thing was, I actually looked up to see when they were made because I was like, okay,
you almost believed it?
No,
okay.
Because I knew "Eat It" did not come first, but I still wanted to know how long apart they were made for the joke. I think it was only like a year or two.
It was pretty close.
Yeah,
because when he started pumping out like his parodies like that in that era, they were pretty close to the originals. I remember that because it was happening like kind of.
I think "Beat It" was released in '82 or '83. And then "Eat It" was released in like '84, I think. It wasn't long after.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of his earliest parodies were like pretty quick to follow the original.
Yeah, so I even looked it up, because I wanted to see how far they actually were apart. But also, the parents did. Anybody else besides me notice that the parents did not age?
Well, I mean, the dad worked in a factory, so maybe there were chemicals there that kind of. But the mom got fat, so.
Yeah, but
why though? I didn't understand that. She's like, "You've noticed I put on some weight." Like,
she was a stay-at-home mom, so she probably didn't get a lot of exercise.
Yeah, but
my guess.
I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me. But then again,
it furthered the plot.
Yeah,
so
they're
talking about fat. They're trying to get him to make "Fat," the song "Fat."
Oh,
which he never got around to because he died first.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died.
But also, and then when the dad tells the story.
Yeah, the animated.
I love the fact that the dad that Weird Al goes, "I didn't know," and the dad goes, "Of course you didn't. I just told you.
I just told you. Of course you didn't know."
I thought that
and he even gets like kind of semi-angry about it, like, "You dumb fuck. Of course you don't know.
Of course you didn't know. I just told you."
Oh God, no! Going back to the acid scene though, like,
dude, I don't care what anybody says, but Rainn Wilson was my favorite part of this movie.
Really?
Yes, I fucking loved Rainn Wilson in this movie.
He was
fucking he was fantastic. Dude.
Expanding on the trailer, the part that you see in the trailer where he's like, I think Madonna's a bad influence on you. I love when he's like, "Can I talk to you privately?" And he's like, "Anything you can say in front of her," and he's like, "Okay."
And then he just says it like, and she's like, "Eh."
Yeah, I pretty
much know that.
I kind of am. But going back to that when he's like, "Do you want to go to like another hot tub? There's like 17 of them," and he's like, "No,
you're right here. You want some chips and guacamole or whatever?"
So I've decided that my goal in life is to have a bathroom all to myself, which I've spoke about before. But with a hot tub where I can eat chips and dips, but without the LSD.
Do you want the LSD?
I don't want the LSD. I just want the chips and dips in my own hot tub.
The chips and the dips, please.
Yep. That's my goal in life.
Yeah, there were so many great parts of this movie. I really did enjoy it.
So the beginning, whenever he's a teenager and he goes to the polka party. Yeah, the Hey Boys. I love the Hey Boy.
When he said use a Hey Boy, I'm like, what the fuck is
I was like, what is a Hey Boy? What is a hey boy?
They use it again later in the movie.
He's like,
and they're like, it's a hey boy.
It's a hey boy.
Like, this is something people do.
Hey boy. I don't know. I think that's something that would if this movie blows up, that is going to be a common thing.
It's going to be a new thing. It's going to be a new thing.
Did you hey boy her?
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is, I wanted to write so many notes about this whole movie because there were so many good parts in it. Like, the hey boy, the fact that apparently in this neighborhood, polka is like a drug.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I'm saying, the polka party.
I was not aware that polka parties were a thing.
Yeah, polka, they're talking about, he's like, if my mom and dad knew that I'm at a polka party, and I'm like, what?
Oh, and I like how they use the chicken dance as a way of calling him a chicken.
Yeah, like
they were like, the chicken dance, and I'm like, oh, this is.
And then he whips out it, and then they're like, oh man, try out the accordion. And he's like, no, I can't do that. And then he does, and he's just like, it's like playing, like he plays it like the.
Well, because he's been playing.
Then they're just like looking at him like, oh my god, like it's the greatest thing ever. Like he just fucking, I don't know,
owns it,
like he's the new quarterback of the high school or something.
When he starts playing the accordion for the one song and they all join in because they apparently play instruments but nobody knew.
Oh, dude, I wrote that down too. I said his friends being able to be a full-on band.
Like, I didn't know you guys knew how to play. They're like, well, it wasn't really relevant till now.
His friends being able to be a full-on band seems like something that somebody could have mentioned sooner. And I love how the explanation is, I guess we didn't see the relevance.
Guess it wasn't. We didn't see how it could be relevant until now.
Also, the magazine, what was it, Polka Time? Or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I had the pinup girl on the
with the accordion.
Yeah.
Like that was like your porno mag.
Yeah. So like I get why they're saying baloney like they're saying it, but nobody says it like that. I'm just gonna say
Bologna.
Nobody says Bologna.
And then he talks about putting it on toast.
Yeah, like
who puts bologna on
nobody
toast?
puts bologna on toast.
Who puts bologna on toast? Because I mean, I understand it for the song, but yeah, I've never put bologna.
I can't say much though. I used to put Miracle Whip on toast, so that was a weird. When I was a kid.
That's not all that weird. I used to make egg sandwiches on put egg Miracle Whip and then put.
So did I. Yeah, I used to do that.
Yeah.
I like Miracle Whip on a lot of things.
So do I.
So.
Do you guys ever have because I said something to like a couple years about this and people thought it was weird. Have you guys ever just had like a tomato sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, because some people, like, I told some people they're like just tomato. And
well, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Little Monsters, but the whole
peanut butter and onion. I've
done that. It's really good.
It is really good.
It's actually really good.
Thank you.
I've never done that, but I did do peanut butter and banana. And learned that if I'm doing peanut butter and banana, I need a glass of milk.
Here's
I
one
need
for
a glass
you.
Of milk.
Peanut butter, just a straight peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
Cherry Kool-Aid. Dip the peanut butter in the cherry Kool-Aid.
I'm not going. I don't like soggy bread, man.
It's fucking delicious.
I don't like soggy bread.
Well, I'm just telling you, it'll change your life.
Well, you know, there's stuff like that that's weird because, like, I would have never thought, I would have never dipped my Wendy's fries in a Frosty.
I don't know why people do it. I don't
delicious.
do it. It's disgusting.
You're disgusting. It's fucking good.
Because I was with Amber. And we were at Wendy's, and she did that, and I was like, I don't know. And she goes, try it. And I was like, okay. So I tried
they salt the shit.
Yeah.
It's because they salt the shit out of those fries, man. And then you're like, you got to get some of that salt off of there.
Change your fucking life, I promise you.
No, I've tried it. I didn't like it.
That's because you're fucked in the head.
I'm fucked in the head. You're fucked in the head. The Wendy's franchise never intended on you dipping your fries in the Frosty. Now it's just a thing.
I don't care.
Okay, well, apparently they also McDonald's didn't think that it would be that you shouldn't be able to order a double cheeseburger with just tartar and it not cost extra because they started charging extra.
I remember back in the day you could order a double cheeseburger like a McDouble and then dress it like a Big Mac and it was the same price. Well, they caught on.
Yeah, they did.
They caught on finally and was like, hold on now, we need to be charging these people.
Right.
Because literally all they're doing is taking out that middle piece of bread, which I hate anyway. I don't want that extra piece of bread.
Right. This is extra carbs I don't need.
Yeah, it's just extra I don't even like bread, so get it out of there.
Why does everybody with just a mustache, like just a mustache, right? Like no other facial hair at all, just a mustache look like a pedophile? I just have to
It's
ask.
because it's a thing that we're
like not even Daniel Radcliffe can save that. I'm just saying.
It's because also before like this.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd still bang him, but like,
star looked like.
I'm just saying.
Mustache rides.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's not a good look.
I want to comment on Daniel Radcliffe in this movie because let's face it, dude.
He fucking nailed it.
Well, it's not even that he nailed it so much as his comedic chops are awesome.
Oh, like everything he does, like he can't. Tell me a role he didn't nail.
There was a movie that I saw of his that I didn't like.
Was it that Woman in Black? Because a lot of people, I guess, didn't.
I only watched about half of that. I couldn't get through it. I don't like ghost movies.
Oh.
But there was another.
I don't remember it well enough to comment.
Oh yeah, see, it's forgettable.
It's been a long time, so
it's forgettable.
I think I watched it when it first came out.
I think that was back whenever he was still trying to. I think he was still trying to find his footing, though, is the thing. Back whenever he did that, because this is shortly after. The whole Harry Potter franchise ended.
Yeah, I never watched.
So I thought for sure he was going to fade into nothingness. But it seems like he's blowing up more and more with every movie.
End up doing a thing on it was one of those late night shows, and he can rap.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Like I didn't know if you knew.
Yeah, he rapped the entire alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that. I think he did I saw that and I was like, that's awesome.
He's a multi-talented. He's a great dude, and he seems like a super nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know that he actually? He took accordion lessons with Weird Al.
Yep.
I did not know that.
And then he
started out on his own.
Well, he said they asked him
or something.
do you still take lessons? He goes, I know as much as I need to for this movie. That's what he said. He goes, he learned what he needed to learn.
He's terrible, but he's passable for the movie.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I remember I have Facebook and I seen Aaron and April's son Aiden with an accordion. And I was like, "That's if he plays that, like, and it's not just for a photo op. That's awesome."
No, actually, Aiden knows a lot of different and weird instruments.
That's not surprising.
Yeah,
that's not surprising with Aaron because Aaron is musically talented.
Mm-hmm.
But so it doesn't surprise me at all that his son's musically talented. From what I've also heard, though, Aiden's kind of talented with a lot of things.
Aiden's very talented.
Yeah.
But,
when you're excited, do you smack your friends and start destroying your apartment?
Yes.
No. Is that
they treated that song like it was a headbanger.
What song?
Whenever they were playing his song on the radio.
I thought it was just because he got excited because they said it was a hit.
No, because they were thrashing around and shit. That was definitely
I thought it was just because they got excited because it was a hit.
I don't know, maybe.
when My Bologna became a hit, because they didn't start doing that until he was like, I'm playing this again because it's blowing up and.
Yeah, I think it was just because. Because also, the fact that he played the song and it instantly hit the radio. Also, I like how fast
he got right back from mailing it.
Yeah, and
I literally just got this in the mail,
and I've got to play it for the 17th time in a row because it's a huge hit. And then they started,
and I think it's because it's a huge hit.
Yeah, they were excited. So I didn't know if that was a thing. I don't usually smack people when I get excited.
Yeah, depends on how excited you are.
I guess.
I've never been so excited.
This is great news!
I've never gotten so excited that I've started trashing my own place. No.
Yeah, no, I don't. Nope.
I could get excited enough to trash somebody else's place.
Well, yeah, because then you don't have to clean it up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's why when we lived together, I didn't like people coming over and partying because we had to clean it up.
How is Madonna going to run the cartel when she couldn't shoot the broadside of a barn?
Did you see her at the end, though? She had an eye patch and a scar.
Right,
She's been through some battles.
But that's because she can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Well, that's why she hired the guy to do it.
I know. That's why she keeps losing.
Well, I would say that she's probably had enough money to pay somebody to show her how to shoot.
But how do you take over a cartel if you can't even shoot a gun? Is all I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. They're gonna walk into that place full of bodies, and she's gonna be the only one standing there and be like, I run this shit now, bitches. And they're gonna be like, oh my god, it's Madonna!
I guess.
That's it. They just, now it's her cartel.
I guess. But that was hilarious. She's trying to shoot him the whole time, and he's just walking
away. I just want to know, if she's running the cartel, who the fuck do we have right now as Madonna?
Oh, that explains the behavior.
It doesn't matter.
It's kind of like how they believe that Michael Jackson was replaced back in the 80s by an alien.
But that explains a lot, though.
Did they also think
because it was right around that time that she started acting like a fucking idiot.
She was still acting like an idiot back then, but
no, this is the theory.
The lack of the virgin thing.
Also did it with Paul McCartney.
Paul
I think he
McCartney.
was replaced by a lookalike.
Oh yeah, I heard that theory too.
That theory.
Yeah, I heard that theory.
You ever heard the theory that Katy Perry is John Benet Ramsey?
Yeah, I did.
You ever heard the theory that they believe that she's a lizard?
Yeah.
She's one of the
I've
lizard
heard
people.
the lizard theory.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that they believe are lizards.
Yeah,
It's really kind of ridiculous.
she's not. Oh, Miley Cyrus is one of them.
I want to believe though.
Especially with that tongue back in the day, she's always sticking it out.
All the time, all the fucking time, lady. Keep the fucking tongue in your mouth.
I will say that is one of the theories that I thought was outlandish and doesn't have any credence, which a lot of them don't. But I do believe the one conspiracy theory that I do believe is the Illuminati. I do believe that the world is ran by the rich.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Obviously.
You got money, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
All right.
But okay, yeah. And then I like I said, I got Weird Al trivia, but it's just trivia about his life. Like, so I don't know if you want me to go.
Go ahead. Let's go through it, man.
Okay. Well, I wrote down just some of the things. Like he has 5 Grammy Awards.
I believe that.
He has 4 gold records and 6 platinum records. Mandatory Fun, which was released in 2014, was his first #1 album during its debut week. He also wrote and starred in he wrote and starred in a film called UHF, which came out in 1989. I don't know if you guys ever seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And then there was a TV series called The Weird Al Show.
No, there was.
Never seen that.
Yes,
I didn't know that he had a TV show.
I started watching it. I can give you the channel it's on because I forget what channel what streaming service it's on. But yeah, I think it might be Roku. It came out with it because it in time for his show. And then also, this is something I didn't know, and I was surprised. Not really surprised, but he wrote 2 children's books. He wrote a book called...
I'm not really surprised by that, but I didn't know it.
I didn't know it, but that's why I was surprised at first, but then I was like, well, not really, because he wrote a book in 2 children's books. One's called When I Grow Up, and that was released in 2011. And the other one was called My New Teacher and Me in 2013.
It's kind of neat.
And then also, I did see the thing where, because I had a whole bunch of... a salesman came to his house when he was young, and he had the chance to either play an accordion or a guitar, and his parents chose the accordion because they think there should be one. It said one more accordion playing Yankovic.
Okay.
And I didn't know. Also,
It'd be funny if he went back in his family tree and there was no other one. They just chose that he'd be like.
We just need an accordion player in this family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it also told his nationality, which where he was. I think it was descended from. Oh, I forget where it was. I don't want to look for the thing, but yeah, there was a whole bunch of really interesting stuff about him, and there's been things that I've heard and know. Like I said, I've always liked him. And he's also had a lot of interviews on MTV. Like, there's one that if you should really watch, he does with Eminem, and it's not even a real interview. It's like him talking to a recording of Eminem, and it's cut to where, and it's just funny because Weird Al's going.
He did the same thing with Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna and a couple others, but the Eminem ones I think's real funny because he's sitting there and Eminem's like, he talking to him, he's like, yeah, you know, and then Eminem goes, you know what I mean? And Al goes, yeah, I know what you mean. He goes, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I know what you mean. And then he keeps doing it, and Al goes, yes! And he starts going off.
But Eminem is one person that's easily offended too. He gets offended way too easily.
I don't know enough about him.
He's
a
guy.
I haven't watched enough interviews.
I know that Sacha Baron Cohen, back whenever the Borat movie came out.
Oh, was this because of the? Yeah, he got real pissed off at Trump.
Yeah, he got super pissed off at Sacha Baron Cohen because he came in on a rope or whatever, like flying down as
that
Borat.
Wasn't Sasha, that wasn't. No,
yeah, it was Borat.
That was Howard Stern.
That was not Howard Stern. That was Borat. I promise you. Look it up. It was at an MTV movie, Music Awards or something. He comes flying in and lands on Eminem in the crowd.
Oh, okay. You're thinking, okay.
And dude, he was so pissed off. He stormed out of there and shit. Him and his bodyguards and stuff. I'm like, dude, for a guy who makes fun of everybody else, you sure don't know how to take a joke.
No,
See, and that's a lot of like people that do that.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
That was always my biggest problem. Like, if you talk about like Jackass, Bam, that motherfucker, he wanted to pull shit on everybody else, but the minute somebody tried to pull something on him, he was a big fucking crybaby about it.
Yep. I was getting when that happened to Eminem and the time when they had Howard Stern come down like as a superhero that had his butt exposed. I have those two mixed up, but
Howard Stern, dude. He's about a joke anymore.
He's always been a joke. He's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
I think it's funny he wants to sit here and talk like, oh, I'm a
like
dude. You talk to porn stars.
Yeah, like I remember
masturbating.
I know nowadays he's all like he's got like this very liberal agenda.
That's what I was gonna say. He used to be one of the most controversial people in America. Yeah, he wanted to press buttons. He wanted to
but now he's that guy's like, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, nowadays he's gone in the opposite direction.
That's why.
But he doesn't. He also wants to still do those things. He wants to do the controversial things, but in a safe way.
I guess.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude.
I don't mind watching his shows sometimes, like his new show, because he does get in depth with a lot of people. Like a lot of people open up on his show and stuff, and I like that. But other than that, like, because he'll ask the questions that a lot of people won't ask. But at the same time, he's got like this like, I feel sorry for you, and that's messed up. That shouldn't happen.
What I think is crap is that he is a pervert. He's a pervert and a smut peddler, and he through all those years he did all that crap. And then people are, let's put him on America's Got Talent and make him a judge. And now everybody's like, he's an upstanding guy. Yet Joe Rogan said the N-word 17 years ago, and everybody's all pedo at him. It's bullcrap.
That's true. It's a double standard.
It is a double. That's how most. I mean, look at Kanye. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but
same thing. They used to praise him, but now that he's like. He wore that White Lives Matter thing, and
to be fair, I mean, I'm just saying, like, Kanye has not changed.
No, he's the same controversial person. But they don't like him now because he's not.
That he was, back then.
They don't like him now because he doesn't stand for what they believe. So
he didn't then either, though. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like when he stood up there and he's like, "My biggest regret is that I can never see myself perform," and everybody cheered for him. Do you guys not hear that?
That's arrogance.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's a fucking weirdo. I can't stand that.
But he made Graduation.
That's true. That is such a good album.
So I don't know about it either.
That is a really good album. That is a fucking fantastic album. I will give him that.
Yeah, we'll give him one thing.
He's a fucking dirtbag too.
Yeah, he is.
He's a fucking weirdo and dirtbag, but whatever though. We don't get political on here. This is about movies.
We don't get political. We have gotten we have talked. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that one of us is liberal.
That's not necessarily political. That's just that's celebrity. That's how we feel about celebrities.
Yeah, I don't like double standards, and I don't like.
Yeah, that's a personal thing. I don't like double standards. Whether
I don't
you're
like shitty fucking
or not.
celebrities. I don't like people out there, and I definitely don't need to hear your political beliefs. Bill Mosley, I'm talking to you. I done told you, dude, on Twitter. I done deleted Mark Hamill. I'll delete your ass too. Don't fuck around.
I just don't understand. Like, this is my thing when it comes to celebrities and stuff. Like, you guys.
Your job is to act.
Yeah. Entertain me.
Yeah, and also, you think you've got so much pull and rank, and you can sway so many people. Cool. Then maybe use that power that you have for some good. And don't have a double standard, and certainly don't be an arrogant prick.
Nobody did it better than Matthew McConaughey, man. They tried to drive that out of him. He was doing a Skype interview on some talk show, and they're like, "So what do you think of this?" And he's like, we ain't going there." He goes, "I know what you're trying to do. It ain't happening." He goes, "We're not talking about that."
Good.
That's what he did.
Good on him.
Yeah, he's like, that ain't what I'm here for, and I appreciate that.
Do you know? I was watching a thing, and not Bradley Cooper. Chris Pratt came out and said he's not a religious person.
When?
He don't understand. Apparently, I was watching the video. They said that he came out and said he wasn't a religious person, and he don't know how he became a thing for like Christians. And also,
I don't think it's so much Christians as it is his sort of a lot of the roles that he takes as an actor. And I don't know how we got off the movie so far, but after I said this, let's get back on track. But as an actor,
this is my hosting gig. Don't tell me what to
But
do.
we're here to talk about a specific movie. But
great
Chris
movie.
Pratt the reason why people hate him is because he takes a lot of blue collar type roles.
Because he's a conservative.
I wouldn't even say that he's conservative. He's never come out and said that he was.
No, but I think with the roles he takes, it's assumed.
I think it doesn't really matter.
I don't think it matters to me either. Like I know,
Again,
like
it goes back to Matthew McConaughey. Who fucking cares what Chris Pratt is? What Matthew McConaughey is? I don't care.
if you like him as an actor, like him as an
yeah.
actor.
I just my whole thing with actors is I think they need to stop pushing their agendas and stuff and just act, entertain me. I don't care about your views.
Dance, monkey dance.
Yeah, exactly. And like Mark Hamill, dude, he's a hardcore liberal, and it's fucking annoying, dude. I love you as Luke Skywalker. That's
I didn't
it.
even love him as
Be
Luke
Luke
Skywalker.
Skywalker.
I don't love him as I like him as the voice of the Joker though.
That too, yeah.
I dude, okay, I'm a Star Wars fan, but I was never a huge fan of Luke because Luke is a crybaby.
He's a bitch, but he's still Luke, and he's a large. He's the focal point of Star Wars.
I liked the Rebels. I did
I'm not a
like
huge
Luke.
fan of Star Wars.
I love Star Wars.
Mainly it came down to basically Han Solo. As I liked Han Solo, I could give.
Did you know that Weird Al made a song that explained the entire story?
Yeah, it was like episode 1, right after episode 1 came out, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did like an entire.
It's called Saga.
Is it called Saga? Yeah,
it's a good
I remember
song.
it is. He goes through the entire storyline of
A
Star Wars.
long time ago.
Yeah, he does such a good job
Far
at it.
away.
Yeah,
Now
I
who
remember
was
that.
under attack?
I remember that now.
And me and Qui-Gon Jinn.
Bringing us full circle.
Yeah, bringing us full circle.
And that's the one thing.
See how I segued into
I seen that. That was very smooth.
The thing also that I liked about the movie is it didn't put any of the new age or woke crap in it, and it was just about being funny.
It was great. I loved it.
That is it. It was very refreshing to me because. Again,
I think that was the best part about the movie. It was very refreshing. It was something it was like
almost
classic,
like a palate cleanser for the bullshit.
Exactly.
Because
it was something classic that we could relate to. Something that we grew up on. That kind of comedy.
Well, it wasn't a
sticky,
remake.
you know what I mean?
It wasn't a revamp. It wasn't a redo. It wasn't a fucking.
Yeah.
And the thing that also too was it was one of those things also like. It was clean comedy.
Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah,
it was comedy that was
no
funny,
nudity.
but it didn't
There was
have
not a lot of
nudity or
cussing
and stuff. It was clean,
it
good,
was
clean
goofy.
comedy, and you
It
don't
was-
see that anymore.
And it was so funny because it was played as a serious movie, but like it wasn't meant to be taken seriously. You know what I mean? So like every character in the movie
it's sort of a
plays
callback,
plays everything with a straight face.
sort of a callback to some of those original like National Lampoon movies.
Exactly, or like Naked Gun, or
Well, maybe National Lampoon's a bad example because those were kind of raunchy, but like that whole not necessarily.
Well, I wouldn't even say that. I would say even like
Vacation.
Yeah, in the same
original
vein as, like,
movie.
Vacation
That's what I'm saying.
or-
Like National Lampoon,
Yeah.
where they're very sort of you blink or you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss the joke.
yeah, exactly.
Because it's not in your face. It's not.
And it's so funny because you have to understand it too. Like it's not like an every
Yeah,
person
and that's
humor.
why I was saying you have to have a certain understanding of Weird Al, or you're not going
Yeah.
to get the joke. Like you can't just say like, "Oh, have you ever
'Cause-
heard of
yeah,
Weird Al?" And they
'cause
go,
I'm sure
"No," and then you go, "Well, watch the movie."
It's so
anyway.
funny because I bet there's a lot of stuff because I didn't listen to a lot of Weird Al music. I listened to some of it, but like I'm sure there's a lot of jokes and a lot of things in the movie that I missed just because I don't know it. Like I'm sure there's probably song references and everything else in the movie that I didn't catch.
Did you know that when they did the Weird Al at the Grammy thing and the record exec was sitting down at the thing and it was Weird Al, that the woman sitting by him was his actual wife?
I was wondering to that. I believe that probably, yeah.
Yep.
That's
They
cool
also
though.
have, I think,
That wasn't
13-year-old
Madonna.
daughter. No, that's when he was dressed as a record.
I know that wasn't Madonna.
They never got married.
I know. I'm just,
I liked at the end when she goes to the thing and goes to
Oh,
his grave.
oh yeah, he grabs her hand.
But I also like that it said on his
it would have been
that-
funny if he jumped out and played Thriller.
that it said on his tombstone ate it instead
Ate
of
it.
like died or whatever. It just said ate it.
He could have just said bit it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but yeah, the whole at the end I was like, and also all the pictures that were photoshopped were great.
Oh yeah. Because you can tell they were blatantly photoshopped.
Oh,
There was nothing subtle about them.
Well, some of them weren't. Some of them are real, but they're towards the end. Obviously, they were. But I also liked when he goes to the factory to work. And he pressed the button. It was a callback to when they were talking about it earlier in the movie, and the dude died.
Yeah.
And then, so you see him press the button, and the dude gets sucked in and dies.
He just stands there
You're like,
just nobody cares.
And I also like the guy. He asks, "What do we make here?" The guy just laughs.
he laughs and walks away. You never find out what they make at that factory.
The dad, what do you even make there? You just call it the factory. You'll know when you work there.
Yeah, but then he works there, and he didn't
You don't
find
even
out.
find out. What do you guys make here? And he just giggles and walks away.
Maybe you found that out after 90 days.
Yeah.
You know.
We can't tell you. Not till you're through your probation period.
After the 90 days, they tell you why you were pushing the button and pulling the lever.
That would be the most boring job ever.
It
Oh
would.
my
It would suck.
god.
I wonder what
I
it
would-
pays.
Oh, I would die like having to do a job
Oh,
like
man.
that. There's no
And then
way.
the dad finds him and pulls. He's got that little Hawaiian shirt under.
Yeah. Oh man.
I still think one of the best
The guy who
sequences.
did the dad played a.
Oh yeah, he was awesome. I think that
I
I think
love
that one of
him.
the best
I've never seen
sequences
him in
though.
much stuff, but I think he did a good
I
job.
love him.
Well, I think one of the best sequences of the movie, though, hands down, is probably the LSD trip with Rainn Wilson. Because then whenever he comes out of the egg, you're like, what the fuck is happening?
What's an LSD
What is?
trip?
I mean, I didn't understand. Like, cause like it was such bad CG. You know, and I think it was meant to be. It was meant to be cheesy. You know. Because that party's like going down the conveyor belt at his dad's,
Well, yeah, I
what
think
he
it's-
thinks is a factory, I guess. and-
I think it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then
Also,
but out of nowhere it turns into like this whole like calming waters, and then he comes out of an egg. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, as soon as you see the egg, you know he's gonna come out.
Oh,
of
of
it.
course.
I mean, I was just like,
I also
okay.
like the fact that at the pool party, Salvador Dali was there.
Yeah.
I was trying to pinpoint everybody that was there. And there
I think
was
I got most of them.
so like obviously Andy Warhol, Alice Cooper was there,
Gallagher,
was there,
Yeah.
Elvira,
Elvira,
from Queen,
Pee Wee Herman,
Pee Wee Herman.
and there's a couple I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
That
are a
whole
couple
that
of them
whole
that
like
were
that whole bunch that was back there in the corner there, and I had them all in my head, and I don't remember their names now.
But I didn't understand the pool party.
pool
Like for
party
one,
was
Pee Wee Herman wouldn't be at a pool party as Pee Wee Herman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And then everybody's like there as like their characters. You know what I mean? Like Gallagher's wearing the same clothes that he would wear on stage. You know, and Andy Warhol's walking around
It's
with a
because-
camera.
it's
Okay,
because
but does
that's how
that
you would know
would
this
that
stuff.
surprise you if Andy Warhol wasn't? I mean, that would.
I
not
guess that probably
surprise-
wouldn't surprise
no.
me. But like Alice Cooper's like in makeup.
That
Yes.
wouldn't surprise me either.
That does
But-
surprise me. Why would he be in makeup at a party?
Because
Dude.
he's Alice Cooper.
They need you to recognize these.
I know,
people.
I understand
So that's
that.
why they were dressed up like Pee Wee Herman was. Pee Wee
I know. I'm
Herman.
thinking too much into it.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you. Paul Rubin probably wouldn't show up as Pee Wee, but
No,
I mean,
no,
but
definitely
Alice
not.
Cooper would show up as Alice Cooper. Yeah, he would show up in makeup.
That's because he is Alice Cooper.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
He
his
would
name.
show up in makeup.
You know he's a Christian.
I do, but I'm saying he would show up in makeup. That's his persona.
Shut up, Karen.
You shut up. You're just mad because I'm right.
No,
Again.
I'm not mad
Remember
that
the
you're
mic-
right.
the
I
mic
think
wasn't
that
turned
your facts are
I
stupid.
I think back in that day he would have showed up in makeup. I don't think he would have showed up in makeup now.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't now. No, but I mean, just for the same reason
You
I don't
know,
wear
he-
makeup.
he-
I ain't
like, I know
fucking dealing
who
with
I
that
am.
shit. I don't got half an hour of
I
my
think he puts
time.
on his makeup to go to the store.
Right, yeah.
I got a persona to keep up on, you know. Even though I'm like 80 years old.
No, not anymore.
He's not 80 years old anymore.
No, I'm saying he's not gonna put on makeup. But he don't go to the store anyway. He has people to do that for himself.
He's got maids and shit.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
because he goes out on the store zone. He's gonna get mobbed.
It's so funny
That's
because
why,
like
you know, I've started to understand why. Like people do that. They don't go to the why do you have somebody else go to the store for you if you're like famous? And I realize it's because you'll be mobbed.
it's so funny because like I watched an interview with Weird Al. It was to promote the movie, and it was him and Daniel Radcliffe, and they were on the Seth Meyers' show. And he was on there talking about the movie and stuff, and he goes, and they were like, it's obviously a parody. And he's like, yeah, he goes, I had to figure out, well, how do I make a movie about my life that didn't have any controversy? He's like, it's not like all these other rock stars and stuff where they all have controversy and things like that surrounding their lives. He goes, I never had any of that. And that's not a bad thing. I'm thinking, like, good on you, dude. Like, for being, like, a decent human being,
yeah,
you know?
This was the way that he had put it in his own words, was like, the biopic is meant to parody well-worn rock biopic cliches, tropes, and subjects, bad behavior toward affairs and substance abuse, which is the exact opposite of my clean-cut, uncontroversial real-life story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because when I seen the first preview and they did the alcohol thing, I was like, that's when I was like, okay, this isn't going to be a serious movie. This is a parody. Because
and the weirdest part about
there's
it
no
is,
way he's going to do a real.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, even before I saw anything, you know, any trailer or anything, you know, just the announcement.
You're like, this has to be a parody.
You know it's going to be a parody.
It has to be. It's Weird Al. It has to be a parody.
You know it.
Well, not to mention, like,
well, at first,
the fact that like
an actual biopic.
It's so weird to know to think that like a man of like that, like a man who surrounded himself with comedy and rock stardom and all that, had no controversy, is honestly like a pretty fucking crazy feat.
Well,
because if you think about it, like most comedians, most rock stars, most people of his stature and kind of comical sense would have been surrounded by controversy, drugs, and all that shit, but not him. He's just like just a good dude, you know what I mean? Like,
sure. Well, I think that speaks a lot more to his stature than anything else. Like he just did his job and went home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like
he went home to his wife and kids.
Yeah, like
he wasn't out banging some groupies and shit.
Yeah, like he wasn't. If he went anywhere, he'd go to the Grammys or whatever, and then he got in his fucking car and went home.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he went in, did his job, and clocked out.
Yeah, I mean,
like that's it.
His wife wasn't walking into his bedroom and finding a hey boy. You know what I mean?
Oh god.
Is a hey boy going to become a reference to this thing?
Hey boy.
Hey boys and pronouns.
Yeah.
Hey boy was one of the best parts.
That's what I'm saying.
It's one of those jokes that like we did. What movie was it that we were like, oh, they brought it back and it was better the second time?
Oh, he never knew when to quit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some jokes, man, they just need, whenever they bring it back a second time, you're like,
like the first time they say hey boy, like, what the fuck is a hey boy?
Yeah, but whenever they bring it back, you're like, it's funnier the second time.
It's a hey boy.
Sometimes jokes are just worth doing twice.
There was another one where we thought it was like funny when they brought it back. Oh, it was the first shot of the dead. The woman pops up.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes doing a joke twice. That was in a different context though. Like whenever they did, like this is the exact same joke played twice.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So and then the second time, whenever they do it, you're like a callback within a movie like that. It's hard to do, so when it's done and done right, it's good. Mm-hmm. You know, and in this case, it's like Ernest Scared Stupid. You know what I mean? Whenever they did it the second time, they did it right, and it was fucking funny as shit. It was one of the best parts of the movie. That was my favorite part of Ernest Scared Stupid, especially the second time. But hands down, dude, the Hey Boy thing, like, I hope it catches on. I do. I hope it catches on. I hope we're just like, because all the kids from the high school will walk by my house. I just want to hear them, like, I want to be, like, standing out there watching all these kids, and one of them just say, you got Hey Boy'd.
I'm calling it now. In about a month, we're going to have to tell Joseph, quit trying to make Hey Boy a thing. It's not going to be a thing.
It's
been too long, Joseph. People don't get it anymore.
They're not getting it, man. It's not catching on.
It
will, goddammit. Dude, it's been 4 years. It's not catching on.
Not gonna happen, man. I hate to ruin your dreams. Oh shit, that's funny. Man.
That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, that movie, like I said, it was great. It was a good, great movie.
I loved it. It was good. I 100% agree. And I was even excited to watch it, and it didn't disappoint me. I was
not apprehensive at all.
I don't think I was either. Like, I think going into it, I was like, this movie can't be bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see how this movie could be bad.
I didn't know.
Which
I was not
reminds me,
worried.
I cannot. Well, I guess I don't have to guess on the reviews because I will be asking you what the I looked on Action.
Well, you're supposed to.
You're supposed to do the reviews. You do the reviews.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's what I'm saying is, but though I can't guess the number, but then I was realizing, well, I'm not.
You're not.
Yeah, it's your movie, so you're the
guessing.
one doing the reviews.
Yeah. But actually, I should bring that up because we're going to be talking about that here in a minute.
Well, I mean, I don't have anything.
I've pretty
more
much
to talk
covered
about.
everything I've got. So.
Yeah. Again. Yeah, me too. Pretty much, and then I got the things that I did. So now we're going to the reviews. I guess it's just. And we do Rotten Tomatoes, do we? Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, but I can see your phone, so don't let me see that.
Cheater.
It's not pulled up yet, but don't let me see it.
Hey,
Move your
quit.
phone.
I don't
Don't
even
let
know
him
which
cheat.
website. Do I just put in Rotten Tomatoes?
Just type in Rotten Tomatoes and then type in weird. The weird. Or the
Weird. The
owl.
way that it's like titled
Weird,
is
the
hard
Al
to
Yankovic,
say.
yeah.
Weird. Like you want to say Weird Al. It's
Weird, the Weird Al. But
It's
you're like
weird.
The
Weird,
Al
the-
Yankovic
It's
story.
Weird the Al Yankovic.
I just call it
it's
weird.
It's so hard to like say it right.
The Weird Al movie. That's what we call it. The Weird Al
this
movie.
is not helping at all. This doesn't tell me anything.
Dude, what are you doing? You want me to pull it up for you?
Yes.
I'm gonna type in Rotten Tomatoes, and then you just. I'll let you do the rest from there. Okay.
Cheater.
So, I'm not gonna look at anything.
Fucking cheater.
All right, look, Rotten Tomatoes. So just type at the search bar. Type in.
Oh, see, okay, I didn't. Okay.
Fucking cheater.
I didn't see anything. I promise.
Okay. Oh, this is different than what I've seen. Okay. Well, on Rotten Tomatoes, guess.
Don't. Okay. Can you see through his glasses?
I can't see. through
Okay.
his glasses.
Okay, what do you guys guess for the what their like critics said?
Oh, they always go low, but I'm gonna think for this one.
depends.
I think for this one they probably went higher anyway.
I will say there's 110 reviews.
I'm gonna say 74.
74. That's about what I was gonna go for. I think they're gonna like this one.
That's why I said 74. That's a like.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna $1 you and say 75.
Price
Well,
is righted me.
Joseph was closer.
What
It's
is it?
it's
If it's by
85.
85? Wow, that's a lot higher than I thought. Oh, that's pretty good.
110 reviews, 85.
In your face, Karen. What up?
Okay, what do you guys think the audience was? And this says 500 plus ratings for the audience.
Oh, I'm going like 96.
96?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna say.
No, I'm gonna go 92. I'm gonna.
Oh, really? Changing it up?
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm
All right. I'm gonna go 85. I'm gonna go 85.
Joseph is closer with an
Fuck.
88%.
Boom. Yeah.
So yeah, when I
I don't know. I'm dancing all weird and shit.
when I seen it,
Get
it was
boogity.
like when
I don't know. It's a word I just made up.
No, you didn't.
Tell me, hey boy.
Boogity.
Hey, boy.
No, you can't. No.
I'm doing it. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. It's still working itself out.
okay, when I seen it, they were in the 90s.
That's
So,
pretty good, though. I mean, that's
Yeah, that
that's some
is.
pretty good scores.
That is.
really good. It
That's
is-
really good for a Roku movie
Especially
too.
for a
Yeah.
for like a initial it just came out
Right.
like initial run.
Okay, where are the reviews on? Okay, here the
Find the bad ones. Those are the
bad
best
ones. This says here's this one, and it has the little green splat.
Little green splat.
And this is critics reviews, and it has a little green splat, and it says this fake Weird Al movie could use some of the real Weird Al's cleverness. Weird doesn't feel like a parody; it feels like an imposter. You're retarded. Bagel. Your name's Bagel.
Could you?
You're a bagel imposter.
Did he say could use some of the
Yeah.
real
Weird
Weird
Al.
Al?
He was in the goddamn movie,
realize that,
and he wrote it. I
yeah,
believe.
he does realize that. Yeah,
He's in it, and he wrote it.
that he did. He did.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't
Fucking
read these.
stupid.
These people are making me mad. Like this one, this person give it a splat, and it's just goofy, silly, redundant. It's not redundant. You're just dumb.
No, I was
You
thinking it was going to be
stupid-
redundant
you stupid
until the
bald
action
head.
shit started.
Whatever.
Where was the redundancy?
I don't know.
The only redundancy there was the
I think some of these critics go into a movie and they're just like, I'm not in the mood for this.
Matt Paces. It's P-A-I-S. Can't even. Yeah. Okay.
Pisses. Matt Pisses.
Whatever. It says takes the way out of Yankovic. What?
Takes the what?
Takes the the Y out of Yankovic. The W-H-Y out of Yankovic. What? What are you talking about? That's just stupid. That don't make any sense.
Matt, don't get frustrated, man.
No, these people are stupid. Freaking. Okay, how do I get
we do the bad reviews because it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
Calm down.
You're getting excited.
Well, these critics PO'd me.
Does anybody talk about episodes?
No. Well, this one, at least the good ones are okay. Okay, how do I get to the people?
The user review?
The peoples that have a little more functional brains. The audience.
The audience
has a little bit more functional brain. See, I'm telling you, the people are going to be like, I don't like that guy. He's mean.
Mean?
He said his audience has no brain. I mean, let's get it right, people. I didn't
Not
say
the
you don't
audience,
have no brain.
Not
critics.
you.
The critics.
The critic audience on here. On Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, see, this one's good. I'm sorry, but I'm going to read a good one. It's 4 stars. It says weird and funny, really funny. It's because what it was. Let's find. Oh my God, is this going to be? Okay. Oh, okay.
It's funnier when they're bad.
Mike C. He gave it 1 star. He says, "I am shocked of the response to this flick. There is nothing that actually seems real, but." Yet Eric Appel drags the emotional road. Kudos to plucking the actor pool for me. It did not work, and more surprisingly, in the.
Wow, dude! Did you get the memo that this is a
parody?
This form seemed to love.
Are you
more surprisingly is that. This forms because he's talking about the people who seems to love this movie. Yeah, well, apparently you have to have more than two.
Nobody can see this, but he's literally talking to the phone and it's the pointing at it like he's talking to the person that's writing.
This one has 3 stars. It says such a shame that an excellent promise was so poorly. That movie was great. You guys, I swear they have. Between these two people, probably like 3 working brain cells.
I think Matt should host more often.
We're just gonna say this to all the people that are listening to the show. If you liked it, you're smart. If you didn't, you're dumb. Just don't. There's no sugarcoating it. You're not. I might be smart with some things.
Matt, you can't call the audience dumb, man. You can't call the audience dumb.
I'm not calling that.
You just called them dumb. You can't. You know, like this movie's so dumb.
It's an opinion, man.
It's okay, Matt.
We like the 1 stars because it's funny because we all liked it and like.
Well, I'm just saying.
But listen.
The 1 star didn't know what they were talking about.
Well, yeah, that's the funny part. That's the funny part when that guy's sitting there like, oh, none of this was real. The doy. Like, we know
it's a Weird Al movie. His music isn't real. Do you expect him to be real?
Right. Like, did you not get the memo that this was a parody? Like, don't get so worked up, man. You're gonna have a heart attack. It's just for fun. It's just for fun.
And serious, I don't care about these people's opinion about the movie. I don't care about these people.
Obviously.
When it comes to me reading it and stuff, what it makes me mad is that. It makes me aggravated because apparently they're just seeing it different, and I don't like that. I don't like your opinion.
All right, well, do you want to move on to our reviews?
Okay, well, my review is...
Oh, no.
My review is, like I said, I would never give a movie a 10. Because they can always do something
Except
better.
For this one.
But I did not know what they could do better in this. But because I said I could never give a movie a 10,
9.9.
I gave it a 9.5.
Oh, 9.5. Holy fucking shit, dude! You're telling me that this is a near perfect movie?
Yes.
Okay.
This is one of the best movies.
I don't want him to stab me.
You don't want any trouble.
This is one of the best.
Did he listen to last week's episode whenever I was talking about all the stabby stuff? And I think he took it to heart.
I
No more violent movies for
because
him.
seriously, like I said, I don't care about these people's opinions, but when they say stuff that I don't agree with, I get aggravated.
Obviously.
If you notice, when we do the reviews, I get kind of outspoken there.
Yeah.
But like I said, I love the movie, and I gave it a 9.5 because it was everything. Like, I really feel it was everything. It was funny, it was clean, and you know it isn't our true story, but it's just it's like he didn't hold any back. Well, it was intact with his humor.
Okay. That's a good explanation for why you liked it so much. Mm-hmm. See, now I knew you were going to love this movie because it's Weird Al, and I always knew you loved Weird Al.
Yeah.
And I knew that you were going to love this because, especially after watching the movie, I was like, oh, Matt's going to fucking adore this movie because it's good, wholesome fun. There's a couple moderately raunchy parts. I wouldn't even say they're raunchy.
I don't really. There are some parts where I'd be like, but it wasn't. There weren't not.
It's definitely a PG-13 movie, I guess you could say.
I wouldn't even say PG-13.
Not even. It's barely a PG-13 movie.
The parts where there's the blood, you can even tell it's fake blood.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at the end when they did the picture of him getting shot.
Yeah.
You could tell it was like.
Yeah.
Photoshop.
So I think
that was the best.
so I could understand. I knew that you were gonna love this movie, especially after watching it. I was like, oh yeah, Matt's gonna fall in love with this.
Like when it really comes to me, I'm kind of a see-through guy. Like you can look at me and tell, well, yeah.
Matt's gonna dig this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're pretty much an open book when it comes to this stuff. So I expected.
I don't really say.
I expected you were gonna love this.
There's
movie.
nothing really much that I'll tell anybody a lot of anything about me because like I said, I'm pretty see-through and. Yeah, I don't have anything that's embarrassing, but yeah, I had no idea. I figured you guys would think that going into it would be like, yeah, Matt's gonna love this movie.
Right.
My friend Milo hasn't seen it yet, and he said he knew I loved it because he knows how much I like Weird Al.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, like I said, a 9.5.
9.5 for Matt.
Best movie I've seen in a long time.
Okay.
But so who wants to go next? Joseph,
Sure, I'll go next.
About yours?
I gotta say that I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. It's not my favorite comedy or my favorite kind of comedy, but for what it is, it does a very good job. And I wouldn't expect nothing less out of Weird Al for the kind of comedy that's delivered here. Daniel Radcliffe is awesome. I fucking love him.
Daniel Radcliffe.
He gains more and more awesome points with me with just about every movie he's been doing here lately. And then Evan Rachel Wood as Madonna was fucking flawless. Dude, she was amazing.
She did look a lot like a young Madonna.
She did. She sounded like her, acted like her.
I can't say that she sounded like her.
She did. She was awesome. Yeah, moved like her.
Everything.
She was awesome. She was fucking awesome as Madonna. And then having Rainn Wilson in here. It's been a while since I've seen him in a full comedic role. So to see him in here just being a goofball again is pretty cool.
Was that the guy that played Dr. Demento?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He's another one that's about to get deleted off my Facebook or off my Twitter, though, because if you don't quit the fucking political stuff. But I will say that he was awesome in this. Also, just some of the small cameos and stuff were awesome. Pee Wee Herman killed it, dude. He cracked me up. And then having Jack Black in there was amazing.
The guy that plays played the other record exec.
Will Forte.
See, I don't ever remember his name, but I know I liked him.
He's awesome. I love Will Forte, man. Seeing him in here was awesome. Having Weird Al in there as the record exec was awesome. I loved seeing him in there. Because at first I didn't recognize. I was like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, it's fucking Weird Al. I was like, okay, makes sense. I was like, but his hair was just like, it threw me off. So
it's because there's so, like, I remember when I first seen him again after like a long time because in the 80s it was the poofy hair and the glasses.
Yeah.
Well, he stopped doing that and he let his
hair grow out. Yeah.
I actually seen somebody say, they were talking like a thing when they say, somebody sent in the mail and they said, why'd you stop looking at things? He said he's growing more and more looking like of his idea of looking like Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, kind of.
That's fair.
But I think that the comedy, the comedic timing, the hey boy, that shit was great. So then the whole action sequence where he becomes like the world's greatest assassin.
That made it.
So much better. That made it so much better. Like, cause the movie was getting kind of dull at that point, where I was like, all right, it's getting a little, and then it kind of became that, and that kind of raised my number a little bit for the movie. So I'm gonna have to come in at it like I'm gonna give it a 7. I don't want to get too crazy. I'm gonna give it a 7. Don't give me that look, Matt. I'm giving it a 7. That's a good score for me for a comedy. I'm gonna go with a 7 on this one. Now I think it'd have to take, like, if I was more up to date with the all of Weird Al's music and all of everything that he's done, and I understood more probably of the jokes out of the movie, I think that would have probably helped it a little bit. But for me,
I can say now that I understand it because you're like, I guess, I don't know, like maybe Karen's the only one that's, well, no, because I know nobody at this table is as big as Weird Al fan as I am.
Right.
So like Karen, I figure probably likes him, but I doubt she likes him as much as I do.
That's probably accurate.
I don't know anybody that likes Weird Al as much as you. As a matter of fact, I probably know a few people that don't even know who Weird Al is.
And those people
or at the very least, have probably only heard of him. So, but yeah, I'll give it a 7. The movie had a 7, and I would watch it again for sure. This is even a movie I could watch with my kids. You know what I mean? I'm okay with it. That's a good thing.
You should. I think Madison would get a kick out of it.
No, I don't think she would.
Really?
Madison's she's got a very particular taste.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this ain't it. So
This ain't
it. She doesn't like slapsticky comedy.
Oh, she doesn't?
Yeah, no. But yeah, that's my score.
Well, I guess for all of the reasons you guys have already said, I am fine. Don't worry about me. You worry about your fucking self.
It's a directional mic. I'm just saying.
I am always just fine. Shh. Always. Stay the fuck out of my business.
Shh.
You tell me that I need to be louder, and then you're shushing me. So do you want me to speak, or do you want me to shut up?
I want you to speak.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
I want you to speak up.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You shut your mouth.
But for all the reasons you guys have already spoken of, but particularly like the Madonna, that blew me away.
Oh yeah.
Blew me the fuck away.
Yeah, she did great.
And Daniel Radcliffe, love.
Oh, I want to stop you right there for a second. So Daniel Radcliffe does not put me in the mind of Weird Al in any way, shape, or form. But he still kills it in the movie. So I don't think that he puts me in the mind of Weird Al.
No.
The only thing that
I wouldn't have
he wouldn't have been my choice to play a Weird Al.
No.
But having him in the movie and his comedic chops and all that, he does such a good job.
Having him in the movie, now nobody else could have done it.
Right, exactly.
Well, like I even said, Weird Al found out that Daniel Radcliffe was going to be playing him, and he loved it. He loved the idea of Daniel Radcliffe.
Actually, he chose
Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah, he had a list of people, and he kept going back to Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah,
that's not super. Yeah, he was. I know from what I heard, he was happy that. So yeah, if he chose him, then
yeah. I loved all the throwbacks that they threw out there, like the Mad Coolio that killed me. The Mad Prince, that was funny to me. Of course, because
of the history.
Yeah, and again, if obviously, Matt probably knows a lot more than either you or I, but if you know a lot of those sort of in jokes or some of the things, the behind the scenes kind of stuff, it's funnier if you know that stuff. I
do want to say though, I don't know much about his personal life really, but when it comes to his music,
I think he's the type of person that probably doesn't release.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem
right. But I mean, those were things that were kind of, I guess, public knowledge.
Yeah.
Things that people just knew because of whatever. But like, if you knew those things, it made it funnier. And then of course, the action sequence in the diner, that was amazing. But for all of those reasons, and And I have to say I actually scored this a little higher than I probably would have for this reason, because, and I said it before, this movie I felt like was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
It was in a time like right now where everything is a reboot, a remake, we did this 15 years ago, but we're going to bring it back, or, nothing is original. And yeah, this is a biopic, which is
and it's also a parody of biopics now.
Sure.
But at the same time, it's the comedy that really lands.
Sure. And, you could even say that parodies of biopics have been done before, which is true.
Yeah.
But...
Spinal Tap.
Right.
Walk Hard.
Right. But I'm just saying that, it's different when the actual artist is the one behind it.
And he's picking fun at himself.
And he's the one doing it. And then, of course, the ending where he kills himself, like he has himself assassinated, was hilarious to me. Like, it was, you weren't expecting it. I didn't expect that he was going to be assassinated at the end of the movie. That was the one thing that, like, you knew this was going to be a parody, right? But I didn't think he was going to fucking die at the end. Like, he's not dead in real life, so, like, I guess that was just, that was a curveball.
It makes sense, though.
It does make sense, but it was a complete curveball for me, because I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was great. It was perfect. It was the best ending. But, again, the breath of fresh air, I guess, is the thing that kind of put it a little bit higher for me, just because I'm so fucking sick of so much of the other stuff that's coming out.
Reboots and woke bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. This was something that came out that it was like, okay, I want to watch that just because everything else that's coming out can fuck right off, right?
Yeah, and like I said, it was also made. It was made specifically for laughs.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, nothing less. Yeah.
I can't go quite the 9.5, and I definitely can't do 10 because the only 10 was it came from the desert. So, call back. So I'm gonna say 8 because again, it was a breath of fresh air.
I agree. It wasn't. I will say that it was a huge breath of fresh air. I agree. I was happy. Like,
don't get me wrong. I can get behind raunchy, and I can get behind toilet humor, and I can get behind horror, obviously, things like that. But sometimes
you need something fun and just playful.
Yeah, and especially when it's not something that has an agenda or I've seen a million times already.
It's kind of like whenever you play a video game. You can play the old school Resident Evil games all day and get through the puzzles and all that. But sometimes you just want to run and gun, man.
Yeah.
You want to run through a game and shoot the fuck everything. You want to shoot them up. That's what this movie is. If you just want a movie you can sit down and watch and have a little bit of fun with, you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
Just sit down and watch this movie.
It's funny that you're saying that about video games because my game for that is Borderlands.
See? Yeah. So in this case, like, this is your shoot 'em up, man. Just sit down, relax, have some fun with it.
Yeah.
And it's a fun movie. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's on fucking Roku. It's free to watch. Why wouldn't you want to watch it?
And I think it's just kind of a reminder that, like,
aside from the ads. The ads
But,
me.
the ads for Roku was not bad, I didn't think,
No, well, I was already like a half hour or more into the movie before the first ad. I'm like, hold on, this shit's got ads.
And it wasn't even that
Roku
long.
Don't have very many ads.
No, not bad at all for a free service. Huh?
My problem with it was the connection issues. Like
you had problems?
Problems?
Yeah, I had a couple problems where it kicked me off. And so
I didn't have any problems.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a reminder, that, like, he had this completely uncontroversial life and stuff like that. So
but he made it look like in this movie.
It's sort of just a reminder that, it's just...
I thought it was fun. If you like fun, comical movies, like this is it right here. Like, if you're into, like, the old school, like, I don't know, if you're into, like, the National Lampoon's Vacation movies, this is kind of in the same vein.
Not the last one, though.
No, not that one. I'm talking about the old Chevy Chase one.
That was horse shit.
If you're like the...
But even then, this is even more of a parody than those movies were.
Well, yeah, those weren't necessarily parodies.
Those weren't parodies, no.
I'm saying that's the type of humor it is.
Yeah, that's the type of humor. It kind of goes in that lighthearted humor.
It doesn't need that toilet humor to be hilarious, and that, to me, is...
Except for Christmas, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Just clean it out the shitter. Okay. Shitter's backed up.
Shitter's full.
Yeah, shitter's full.
But really, they keep it to a minimum. Well, sort of. Where are you going to put that tree? Bend over and I'll show you. You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that. I wasn't talking to you. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
My favorite parts.
Matt.
Oh, trivia.
We should let him do this every week.
No, because then he'd get too used to it. It wouldn't be fun anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to look forward to the weeks. You got to look forward to the weeks.
It's like a little curveball.
Yeah.
And I had just the Weird Al trivia, so I figure, Karen, did you get the trivia this week, or are we just winging it?
I have trivia every week. I
Yeah,
thought.
It's her segment, man.
Oh, it's okay. Well, okay. Let's hear the.
He's news, and what have we been watching as all of us? Intro to movie is usually me, and then we all talk about the movie. Reviews is whoever's hosting. Trivia is me. Next week is
whoever's next week.
Yeah, and then the outro is all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then, Karen, trivia.
Got it.
Let's do it.
Well, you guys covered some of them already, but so like we talked about this a little bit. But the reason you see Prince storm off when Al wins this award at the end of the movie was a nod to the fact that Al had asked numerous times to parody his songs, and he was always rejected. Weird Al.
Prince is such a pretentious prick.
Yeah,
He is, and you know,
I'm sad that he died.
Look, he
and all
was
that.
a musical fucking genius.
Yeah, for real.
But he was an asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
And you know, here's the other thing. I never understood the sex appeal.
He wasn't a good fucking actor.
No, he
either.
didn't look good.
No, he was not an attractive dude.
But here's the thing, okay? Like, I never understood the sex appeal. Not once.
You know what it is about him? It's the fact that he embraces his sexuality, and
no,
that's the way he dresses, man.
I can tell you what it is.
What is it?
I saw an interview one time. A one-on-one interview between him and some lady, right?
Was he giving her the eye?
No, I don't know what it was, but I was watching him and her talk, and dude, you could tell she was ready to rip her clothes off.
Really?
Oh yeah. And like, so I'm watching the two of them, and she's like ready to rip her clothes off, and I'm watching him, and I'm listening to him talk to her, and the way he's talking to her, and the way she's
Were you ready to rip your clothes
off? And I
off
was like,
too?
I get it.
I get it.
I
jump at shit.
I get it, the one-on-one, but what I don't understand is like all of the people like watching him in concert, and being like ready to rip their clothes off.
Purple Rain.
No, fuck that song. Yeah. So anyway. Oh, and then like
she's thinking about the interview right now.
No, and then like in Purple Rain, the way he kisses that girl, he like pecks at her. Like, dude, are you? I don't understand why.
Maybe he's afraid of germs.
You know, for the longest time, I could not put a finger on if he was gay or not.
Oh, he was definitely not.
Yeah,
gay.
I know, but it was still for a long time. Like before,
I think that's a sign. That's a sign of a very strong. Like, I don't give a fuck what you think, dude.
Yeah.
I can dress the way I want, be the way I want, and I'm still
women,
gonna get laid
Yep.
as many times as I want. Like, dude, I'm telling you. Anyway, Weird Al uses the number 27 as an in-joke in his songs and album covers. In this film, when he blows up at his band, it's under a sign that says Section 27. And later, Al is standing in front of a crate numbered 27 in Pablo Escobar's warehouse. So he threw it in the movie in several places too. This was actually inspired by a Funny or Die short of the same name.
Oh, that's another thing I want to say. I did not know this was a Funny or Die movie.
I found that out kind of quick.
That's what made this. The fact
I
that this
had seen
is
that a long time ago, and I completely forgot.
Because I guess it was like a short skit.
Yeah,
or something.
It starred Aaron Paul playing Weird Al.
Okay, yeah.
Patton Oswalt as Dr. Demento. And Yankovic was a similar character to the one that he was in the movie. So he was a record exec.
I actually think Patton Oswalt and Weird Al are like great friends, because that Weird Al show, I was watching the first episode and Patton Oswalt's in it.
Oh yeah.
Patton Oswalt shows up in the bar scene too.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was one of the bikers.
Yeah.
Which is funny because he's not at all a biker. He's not at all a biker.
He was in Reno 911
too.
I just
a lot.
He was also in the movie. He was in the other movie, the QAnon movie. He was in that one.
It's so funny because like Patton Oswalt was like the nerdiest fucking dude. He's like the nerdiest guy ever.
I still remember the first time you see him in Reno, and it was in a D&D, and he like chops some dude's arm off. and he goes, they're like, why did you do that? And he's like, because he's trying to play above his level, and he was trying to do this, and he can't because I'm immune to this, and I'm immune to that, and I'm immune to that. And he's going on and on and on. And Niecy Nash, Rhanisha, she's like, she sprays him with pepper spray, and she's like, are you immune to that?
I just remember the Magic. They were doing Magic the Gathering commercials.
Yeah.
And it was him and Danny Trejo. They were roommates. Because I mean, come on, it's Danny Trejo and Patton Oswalt as roommates, dude. Like, come on.
That's great.
So it's pretty funny. I was like, but yeah.
Hey, there was a Reno skit too back in the day that had Charlie Day, from
Really?
Sonny,
Charlie?
and his wife.
Yeah.
The waitress. Have you met her yet?
What?
In Sonny, she plays the waitress. That's his real life wife.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
You mean what waitress? You
talking about Sonny?
You talking about the cafe lady?
Yeah.
That's his real wife?
Yeah, that's his
really?
real life.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were in a skit in Reno that they wrote, and they play trailer park people
really?
or whatever, and they show up because she calls and says that he's trying to kill her baby.
I know the guy who plays Mac is married to
The Bird.
to D. The what?
D.
D, yeah. What do you call her?
The Bird.
The Bird.
Bird.
Okay.
You'll find out.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm on season 3. What have I
they call her like Big Bird or something later. Or something.
Do they?
Yeah. Anyway, because she's tall and blonde.
Yeah.
Anyway, they call because he's trying to kill her baby or whatever, and so they're trying to get him to come out of the trailer with the baby, and he comes. It's like a plastic baby, and he's got his hand on the head like he's gonna twist the head off. And Dangle's like, "It's a squeaky baby." It's a squeaky baby. And then you find out like they're brother and sister.
It seems like that's written a lot into their show, man.
Yeah, and then
incest does not matter in fucking It's Always Sunny, man.
Well, and they stick them in the back seat of the car and they start making out. And they're like, no, you can't do that.
That's how it is in It's Always Sunny too, because like the McPoyles. Dude, they're fucking weird, but god damn it, they fucking
oh, they're amazing.
The episode I just watched the episode where they held the bar hostage.
Oh yeah.
And dude, that fucking episode is one of the best episodes so far.
You haven't seen The Wedding yet.
Yeah, I did.
Did you see? That's my favorite episode.
The one where she marries her dad?
No.
Oh.
No. It's called The Ponderosa Wedding Massacre.
No, I've heard about that one though.
That is my favorite episode.
I've heard about that episode.
Oh, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. Wait till you get there.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay, the whole film was shot in 18 days. Whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's usually how they do it. Sometimes with comedies.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, that blows my mind a little bit actually.
They probably didn't have a lot of money. They're like, all right, we got to get this done.
Daniel Radcliffe was Weird Al's first choice to play him after seeing him sing the Elements on the Graham Norton show in 2007. If you haven't seen that, I looked it up after I read this. You should look it up. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, no, I've seen it before. He sings the elements of the periodic table.
Yep,
yeah,
and
seen that.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah,
like it would have inspired me if I was Weird Al. You should look it up. Yeah. If Radcliffe had turned it down, his second choice was Adam Driver.
Yeah, okay, a little bit.
I can see that more from like a look perspective,
and height and all that. Yeah,
because Adam Driver's kind of tall. I'm not sure.
So is Weird Al though.
Yeah.
Well,
Weird Al's a pretty tall dude.
I don't know. Like I like Adam Driver, but I don't know if he would have been a good.
Oh,
choice.
have you seen Logan's Run?
The old movie Logan's Run?
No, this is or I think it's called Logan's Run.
I think
Logan's something. It's a comedy.
It's a dark
Lucky
comedy
Logan.
about Lucky Logan. Yeah,
Lucky Logan. Yeah,
yeah, with him and Channing Tatum.
Yeah,
that was actually a good movie.
You should watch that.
That's a really funny
movie. If you're
movie.
concerned about his acting chops
Have you never seen that?
No.
Oh yeah, dude, it's good.
If you're worried about Adam Driver's acting chops
you should
for
watch
comedy,
that anyway, dude. That's just a fun movie.
I'm just thinking because what I'm thinking is I don't think he really looks much like Weird Al. Like he don't really have the same facial features.
I think
he does a little bit. Yeah, I think he does.
Maybe if I seen him like with this.
You put him in the right hair and makeup and all that. I think you could pull it off pretty well. Yeah. And Adam Driver is a fantastic actor.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a bad actor.
Well, watch Lucky Logan, dude. If you don't, he's a pretty funny dude.
I didn't see.
Oh, dude, one of my favorite SNL skits ever is with Adam Driver.
Yeah. Is it the undercover boss?
No, but that one is good. No, it's the same. It's the same episode though. The one where he comes in as the oil tycoon, and he comes in and he's like, because he's it's parents. Parent career day or whatever, whether you bring their parents in, and he's Pete Davidson's dad, and he comes in and he's like, and he's talking about how he destroyed the enemy, and it's just, dude, you gotta look it up, dude. You guys are gonna fucking roll, I promise. He's talking about like this bird. He's like, imagine this bird is the enemy, and he throws it on the ground and stops it and then bashes it with his cane. Oh my god! just watch it, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I liked him on Undercover Boss.
I'm going to show you that when we're done with this show.
Okay.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. It's one of my favorite skits ever.
I think I seen a little thing for it, but I didn't end up watching it. I just, for some odd reason.
Adam Driver, dude, he fucking kills it, dude. Anyway, moving on. Sorry.
Yeah, we get so off track.
Yeah, we do sometimes.
Most of the film is fictionalized, but some of the things were true. Yankovic did get his first accordion from a traveling salesman. Mm-hmm. The song... My Bologna was an instant success. Not obviously like as soon as he mailed it in, but it did achieve instant success.
It's because at the time that I think it came out, he was like one of the first. There were like one or two comedians that did the parody songs.
Probably.
I think that's what it was.
Another one, Rides the Bus, really does have John Schwartz using Yankovic's accordion case for percussion.
Yep.
But again, that's kind of before he met the rest of the band. And the Scotti brothers, one of the brothers that were portrayed in the film, were Yankovic's real label from 1983 to 1996. And Madonna, we talked about this kind of briefly about how they were always really kind of cool. They had those pictures that we were talking about that were photoshopped or whatever. The ones with her and him aren't.
Oh, really?
They were friends. Yeah. Like they were friends. And Madonna actually really did suggest to Yankovic to parody Like a Virgin.
Yeah.
And she was the one that came up with Like a Surgeon, because he said, like he said in the movie, nothing rhymes with virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kind of came up with it together.
Like a surgeon.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cut for the very first time.
I mean, obviously he wrote the whole song, but
right.
She was the one that kind of helped him along, like, what about this? And,
It works.
Right. Freddie Mercury was actually supposed to be at the pool party scene, but Queen said no. Now, why does Queen get to say no? I just want to know.
I know that Queen had a lot to do with the Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
Sure, but that's because it's about...
Because at first they were all pissy about the fact that like the movie was going to be mostly about Freddie Mercury. Like they wanted him to die halfway through the movie.
Was a good movie.
It was a great movie, but they wanted him to die halfway through the movie, and then the rest of the movie be about how Queen went on afterward.
I can understand that. I can understand that from that perspective, but this movie had nothing to do with Queen as a band. And
I think that was kind of like why they brought in the bassist and was like,
but they don't own Freddie Mercury.
Right.
Is my point. So anyway. Queen said no, but they did allow them to use John Deacon. Again, do they own fucking John Deacon too?
Right.
But they did allow them to use John Deacon since he wrote Another One Bites the Dust. Now that kind of makes sense since he wrote the song that they would say, why don't you use John? But again, do they fucking own Freddie Mercury?
Right.
The Yankovic bump is a real thing, though it's not to the level shown in the movie. A lot of artists do see an uptick in sales after Yankovic releases a parody. Nirvana actually credits him with an extra 1 million units of Nevermind.
There has been songs that I have heard Yankovic's parody of, and then went to see what the real song sounds like.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is that a lot of people will hear his because they're fans of his.
Like, I heard
and
Weird
will
Al-
find the original.
Right, I gotcha.
I heard Weird Al's song "Tacky" before I ever heard that Philip Morrison or whatever "Happy" song
Right.
that's parodied of.
Gotcha.
There are so many songs that I'd never heard, but I heard the parody of before I heard it.
That's it. That's all.
That's it.
That's all the trivia.
Oh, well, it's just next week. What are we doing?
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh, Matt, I love it.
Matt's like if you have your little brother come on and host the show for you. That's
No.
what Matt's like. It's great.
No,
it's
it's
so
like
much
how
fun.
He reads the like
Yeah,
tick marks and he just says it like next week.
Next week. Oh yeah. Oh, next. What are we doing next week? We're gonna do something a little different this week.
People who are watching or who are listening to this and don't know us are going to be like, I think that Matt guy might have some problems.
Nope, that's just Matt.
He's always been this way,
Yeah,
guys.
always. So this week we're gonna do something a little different, and I think it'll make things a little more fun, I guess. So we're gonna play a little game where they have to get, because it's my turn to choose next week's movie. So we're gonna do a little game where they have to guess the goddamn movie.
Question. Does this game have like a certain amount of answers, like 20 questions or something? Because seriously, we could probably go on all night.
No, not true. Not true. If you ask the right questions, you'll get there. Okay. Okay. All right. So who wants to start first? Matt, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Since you're the host.
Is it new or old? Oh wait, it has to be a yes or no.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be yes or no questions.
I don't know how to do them. I know how to do them. I just don't know how
What
to ask.
what question
This
do I ask?
literally could take all night.
No,
That's
it couldn't. It won't. Trust me.
Okay.
If you ask the questions, though, you got to ask the questions.
Is it action?
Yes. All right, Karen. Next question. What are you
This
getting?
game isn't going to be easy. I can already.
No, it is going to be easy. Trust
Is it
me.
Last Action Hero?
No.
There you go.
What the fuck? All right, Matt.
Is it a recent movie?
No. Come on, you can just ask a question, like any question, like.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's so open-ended.
Not really. No.
How is it not open-ended?
Just ask a question, dude.
Okay.
Stop getting frustrated.
No, it's not frustration. It's like literally.
Because after me, it's you, and then you get to play the same game next week, and then we get to be frustrated.
It's not frustration. It's just there's literally millions of questions.
That sounds like frustration.
No, there's literally millions of questions.
You're
I
not
could ask.
asking a one,
I'm
though.
not trying to rush anybody, but my phone went off a little bit ago, and I got to wash my belly again, or else.
You just made that sound really weird.
Yeah. Well, everybody who's listening, it's because I got a tattoo that I'm supposed to wash every 2.5 hours.
He got a dick on his belly.
No, Joseph, that's just my penis.
Somebody else's penis, probably.
Somebody.
Lord.
No, mine goes. Up onto my-
I gotcha.
Okay, question.
You said. What did you say about it being recent? What was it recent?
No, it's not recent.
No.
Okay. Does it have Sylvester Stallone?
What the fuck? No, it doesn't.
Turns
See?
out-
Good. I mean, it's not a bad question, though.
You said.
It's not a bad question. No,
you-
but
you
no, it
said,
doesn't.
That's why I said there's literally millions of questions I could ask.
Matt. See, I would have fun with this game. You guys aren't having fun at all.
I don't know what you want me to ask.
Just any question. I know that they could come a lot faster.
This is the first time we're doing it. Oh, we can come a lot faster. I'm sorry.
Whoa,
no,
hey,
okay.
buddy. Whoa.
Joseph,
Whoa.
Okay.
Wait, you don't need to turn it sexual, dude.
Okay, it's action. It's not recent. It don't have Sylvester Stallone in it.
That's why I went there, because I'm like, who was in action movies like way back when?
Yeah, like, who's popular action people? Sylvester Stallone.
Does it have Jean-Claude Van Damme in it?
No. No, it doesn't.
What about Arnold?
No.
Does it have Chuck Norris in it?
No. I'll keep answering these all night, dude. I don't even care. Fucking Chuck Norris.
Shit.
Well, what's that movie with Chuck Norris? Sidekick.
Sidekicks? Yeah. That's not even a good action movie, though.
Is it? So it's not recent. So is it like from the 90s?
Yes.
Okay.
See, that was a good question. Is it from the 90s? Yes.
I'm trying to figure
Matt.
out. I'm trying to figure out my next action star to ask you about.
Does it have like a scary creature in it?
No.
Like Predator.
I understand the question.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No scary creature. We should probably be writing this shit down.
So you don't ask the same question. If you ask the same question, I'll let you know.
Okay. Is there is one of the main characters a kid?
No.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good question actually, because that opens up a lot of
the 90s.
Yeah, they always had some kid in it or something like that.
Yeah.
There is a kid in this one, but it's not a main. Let me give you a hint. She's not a main character.
It's yes or no, dude.
All right.
You just gave a lot of shit away.
Because I don't know.
Okay.
Is it Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No.
Oh.
He said she is not.
Like a child is not the main character.
Oh. Does that count as my question?
No, it doesn't, Matt. Go ahead and ask another question, man.
Because Buffy the Vampire Slayer would have been good.
It would have been a good choice. It's not a bad choice at all. That would be a good movie to cover.
I love that movie now that you say that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Like, that was a good movie.
You're floating. Come on.
Does it have a lot of gunplay?
No, actually, it don't. No.
So it's
not
an action
really.
movie, but there's not a lot of guns.
There's really not. Let me. Do you want to?
Is there karate?
No. No karate. I mean, I will say this: there are guns in it, but there's not like a lot of guns. It's not like John Wick level.
Yeah.
Or like
Die
Hard level.
So I'm thinking like in the 90s, it was either guns or karate, or martial arts, I guess.
But explosions could really fill in. You know what I mean?
So Michael Bay directed.
No, no, it's not Michael Bay. Well, it could pass as a Michael. It probably could pass as a 90s Michael Bay movie.
My God.
I could just if you guys would just ask the right questions, you're gonna get this movie.
Again,
I promise you.
Ask the right questions.
Well, you gotta ask questions. That's what I'm saying. If you ask questions, you will get this movie. I promise.
We are asking questions. I feel like. You're saying ask the right questions.
Just ask any question. Does it have this person in it, or does it,
does it have sci-fi elements?
No.
Okay.
See, that's a good question.
Okay, is Angelina Jolie in it?
It's funny that you say that because the main character of this movie acted in a movie with Angelina Jolie.
That narrows it down.
It does, actually. She was a love interest in another movie with this character, or with this actor. You guys are thinking way too hard about this. Whenever you were like, God damn it, I could have guessed,
Well, I'm not good with movies, so yeah. 90s action, no sci-fi.
I can give you hints, but you guys are going to guess it right off the bat if I start giving hints.
Doesn't have Chuck Norris.
It's an action movie from the 90s. It doesn't have Chuck Norris?
Or Sylvester Stallone, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Because you're not thinking about the right action star, man.
Is Val Kilmer in it?
What? No. Val Kilmer wasn't a big action star, dude.
Action star, and he played with Angelina Jolie in something where she was his love interest.
Yes.
That does not help.
Is it Brad Pitt?
Oh.
Good choice, but no.
Oh, that was good.
That was a good guess,
one because I wasn't going there at all.
Yeah, because of
okay,
Mr. and Mrs.
so the
Smith.
character in this movie had a love interest with Angelina Jolie.
In another movie, yes.
Yeah, in another movie. The main guy is a love interest to Angelina Jolie.
And it's an earlier Angelina Jolie and this person movie.
I don't know
before Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I don't know a lot of Angelina Jolie movies, like the first one.
Because you're not going to think of this one, I promise.
Can I IMDb Angelina Jolie?
No,
and
you
just start
cannot.
going through the list.
No. Is it Hackers?
No. It's after that. It is after that. Okay, you guys are getting too into this. Okay, just ask me another question.
we're going down.
Because you guys are like, you're going down the IMDb rabbit hole, man. Like,
I've stopped doing one question and just start asking questions.
Start shopping.
I hope that other people are listening to this episode and be like, and just asking questions themselves. Like, is it this? Is it this? You know.
I think they're probably just getting annoyed.
No, yeah, probably annoyed with you guys.
Annoyed with us.
Yes.
Can you?
Because you're not asking questions.
Can you just tell us what the movie is?
No, ask a question, Karen. Ask a question.
Is there a train in it?
No, but that is a good guess. That is a good guess because you're thinking
That's what I'm saying.
you're thinking outside the box. That's a good thing.
Is there an airplane in it?
Yes. Yes. There's a fucking airplane in this movie.
Is it World War Z?
No. It's not Brad Pitt. There's no Brad Pitt, and it's not a 90s movie.
It's like a 2000s
yeah,
movie. Is Harrison Ford in it?
No. Because if Harrison Ford was in it, he would wreck the plane. Because that's what he does. He wrecks planes.
You didn't say he didn't wreck the plane. You just said there was a plane in it.
There is a plane in it. There is a plane in it.
So the plane doesn't wreck. So
Yes,
we
it
know that
does.
too.
It does wreck.
Well,
But Harrison Ford doesn't wreck it.
I didn't ask if you
Is it
wrecked it.
airplane?
No.
That was an 80s movie.
And that's also a
We're
comedy.
in the 90s. We got 10-year span here. Open-ended questions. No problem.
Come on, you guys are you're just gonna like, you're actually gonna be excited to watch this one.
I don't doubt that. I'm just saying, like, you're like
action,
it's
airplanes, I'm in.
It's no problem if you ask the right questions. You've got a 10-year span. Ask me anything.
Is that what I sound like?
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Isn't that what he sounds like?
No, not at all.
Of.
Shut up, Matt.
Wait, whose turn is it?
Yours.
Is it my turn?
Turns?
Yeah, it's yours
sure.
because he just asked the airplane question.
Is the main character married?
Yes,
Okay.
Matt.
Has to be yes or no question. So I was going to ask who's the main character.
That would have been a good one, though. Good try.
Is the main character male?
Yes.
Of course he is in the 90s. And he's white, too, I bet.
But
Yes.
but he's not Chuck Norris.
I know. I'm confused as well.
He's honestly better than Chuck Norris.
Oh,
It's Rodney Dangerfield.
No. No, he's better than Rodney Dangerfield. We've already agreed on this. You guys know. Once you're going to be like,
Chevy Chase?
damn, but no. No.
it's an action movie.
Action movie.
Chevy Chase did some
A
action.
couple.
Fletch?
No, it's not Fletch.
No, I know it's not Fletch. I'm saying he did action. Fletch.
Yeah.
Action movie from the 90s. Person was in a relationship with Angelina Jolie.
No, in another movie, yes. You guys are thinking way too much in this Angelina Jolie thing.
It's the only lead we have.
No, it isn't. Airplane.
Airplane in a 90s movie.
You know how
An
many
airplane in an.
Does it have
Airplane is like the biggest hint I could give you.
Is
Does it have
Samuel L.
Nicolas
Jackson
Cage
in
in
it?
it?
Yes.
Is it Con Air?
Yes. Yes. High five, Matt. Yes.
Wait. Him and Angelina Jolie were a thing in another movie? What movie was this?
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen that movie like once.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Good job, Matt. See, you just had to. But
Such
Con Air next week, people. Con Air, baby. I'm doing it. I don't care. I asked my brother on this, and I was like, dude, I want to do a movie. I was like, we've done 2 fucking parody movies back to back. I was like, we need an action movie. He's like, what are you thinking? I was like, I don't know. I'm thinking about going old school. What do you think? I was like, I'm thinking like leaning towards RoboCop maybe or something. He's like, I don't know, man. How about Gone in 60 Seconds? Like, no. How about we go?
But I like the Nicolas.
I was like the Nicolas Cage route though. I like that. I was like, what do you think? I was like, I'll give you 3 movies. You choose one.
I'm happy about that though because I haven't seen Con Air in years.
Aren't you excited?
Years.
You're excited a little bit. You're like, yes.
What if I hate it though?
You're not.
No.
Put down the bunny rabbit.
I own Con Air.
Do you? Good.
Yeah,
see,
okay,
yeah.
So we're all good.
I fucking love Con Air.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure I own it too.
That is the epitome of classic action, dude.
That was probably one of my favorite.
It has been literally years since I've seen that movie.
That's probably one of Nicolas Cage's best movies.
He's got the whole
world in his hands. This
and
is
I
like
just
a
have
whole.
To say, Steve Buscemi is one of my favorite actors.
Yes,
as well. I
yeah,
love
for
that
sure,
man.
yeah. And this movie is like
He
just
can do no wrong.
That movie is just like fucking cram packed full of good fucking. You got Ving Rhames,
John Malkovich.
John Malkovich. Steve Buscemi, Nicolas Cage, the guy who played Bubba, I don't remember his name, from Forrest Gump. And then you've even got what's his name?
John Cusack.
John Cusack.
I've always kind of liked John Cusack.
I love John Cusack.
Like I like him in a lot of stuff. Like I wouldn't put him down as one of my favorite actors, but usually if he's in something, I like it.
I do too, but I don't like. He's another one I had to delete off of Twitter because of his political bullshit all over Twitter.
I've never even seen him say anything political.
That's because I deleted him.
No, I mean like I've never. I guess I don't have.
Yeah, like look on Twitter, dude. He's just it's all. He
one of my
about.
favorite movies with him is oh crap.
Identity is one of my favorite.
Identity. What's the
what's the one where he's the record stop?
Yeah, what's that one?
The record store.
The record store owner.
Yeah, he's a record store owner.
It's not High Fidelity, is it?
Yes,
oh,
it is.
Yeah,
High Fidelity.
That's probably one of my favorite movies.
That's a good movie.
A lot.
You guys ever seen One Crazy Summer?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, we should probably watch that one on here.
Wait, One Crazy Summer. I think I'm thinking of Hot Crazy Summer, the one with like that had all.
It was a John Cusack movie. It was when he was during his early days, when they did like the what was the movie where
it had Demi Moore in it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I seen that one.
It's by the same guy that did the
I feel like I've seen that movie before, like a long time
I've seen
ago.
it before, but
it's the same director that did the more famous movie Better Off Dead.
Okay.
But it's the same director. He did One Crazy Summer. In my opinion, One Crazy Summer is better. It's funnier.
I haven't seen One Crazy Summer in at least 10 years.
Oh, that movie's great.
I used to watch it.
It's got Bobcat Goldthwait. My favorite part.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what?
Hold on. Getting shells.
Hold on now.
No,
listen,
that was the other guy.
Listen, it doesn't even matter. John Cusack sucks because we're doing Nicolas Cage next week.
That's fair.
Fucking Nicolas Cage, baby.
You know what my favorite line in Con Air is, though? Well, that's something you don't see every day.
Define irony. That's my
favorite line. Irony.
That's
a bunch of guys on a plane singing along to a band that died in a plane crash.
Yeah, that's my favorite part or my favorite line. Define irony.
That's just
So next week, people, Con Air. Matt, you gonna sign us out?
Bye.
That's it. Just bye.
And you guys say bye too.
Bye. You guys say
bye. You guys say bye too.
Bye too.
You guys had to see that because he pointed at both of us and was like, and you guys say bye too.
Yeah. Bye. You guys say bye too.
Oh God. Okay.
Well.
Tune in next week.
I hope you guys really enjoyed that. I really hope you guys enjoyed it.
Matt,
we had a great time.
This is why we went over our 2-hour mark, because Matt just he's killing it as a host, man.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.